Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you today?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you today?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you?
How may I help you?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you?
Thought Cops. How may I help you?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you today?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I help you?
Welcome to Thought Cops. How may I be of assistance today?
No, this is Patrick.
Yeah, I think we're going to need some extra help to cover the call volume today.
I know just the right crew. You deputies ready?
I was born ready.
I'm ready for my 2 minutes of fame.
Let's roll.
Prepare to be fucked by the long dick of the law. This isn't happening. Everyone look away, please. Nothing to see here.
You can't break those cuffs.
Make him away, Ty.
Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it. And then we let you be the judge, the jury, and the executioner in the court of public opinion. Coming to you live from Neo, Chicago. I'm Officer Kevin.
And I am Officer Grant.
Wow, Grant, 200 episodes. Can you believe it? How do you feel about that?
100. It's pronounced 100. Are you trying to be relatable? Are you trying to be like Elon Musk? Is that what you're trying to do? Shorten words to become more relatable to the general populace?
For the listeners at home, I am sitting backwards in my recording chair with a baseball cap turned backwards as well. Sort of trying to relate to the
kids.
The kids,
He has a longboard.
Yeah. And maybe I will get that TikTok after all. Let's give a quick thank you to our guest from last week, Joey Jump and Shoot. Wow, here we are. 200 episodes.
2021.
The year of our Lord.
The year of Malort.
Speaking of that, cheers.
Cheers. I don't know if that picked up or not. Doing shots of Malort, obviously.
Yummy.
Sure.
It's been a while. You can really taste the wormwood schnapps.
That's literally what it is. It's wormwood schnapps. You're just that's like saying I can taste the water in this water.
And I'm loving it, baby. So you know what? We got this is a special episode. It's a landmark, and we wouldn't be here without our wonderful listeners, everybody who supported the show. So, all episode long, we're going to be taking calls from y'alls. And we got a little bit of help this week, as we mentioned earlier. The Discord Newsboys are hanging out with us today. Yosef and IO Netrunner helping us out. How the hell are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
Good. Good.
I hope you're doing good.
Yes,
IO Netrunner, how are you?
I'm doing well, too.
Two.
So
That's a trademark classic. We all know it from the voicemails. You guys
Right.
you've been helping us out here, keeping track of everything on the show and the community and everything else that has been going on over the last almost 4 years. I've been doing the show now.
That's
And
insane to think about.
It is, yeah. It truly is.
And it's almost like you know how sometimes the timeline of like what's a round number and what's the anniversary sort of link up. Like, well, I think the first episode we did was post Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And the Super Bowl's this week. So it's like it's almost exactly 4 years within like a week or so.
How about that?
How about that?
So, we appreciate you guys helping us out today. We're going to be taking a lot of calls from our wonderful listeners as well to get a lot of input on, because, you guys have heard Grant and I recover all this annoying random crap on the internet every single week. So we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear what you guys think. Help us parse through all this.
Right. And, obviously the show wouldn't be the show without some level of, audience participation. If there was no audience participation at this show and it was just me and Kevin pulling our hair out, like screaming at the internet, that wouldn't be any fun. We always want you, the fans, the listeners, the unwashed masses to bring your opinions in. So, that's the fun of it.
Speaking of the unwashed masses, let's just get right to it. 2 minutes of hate. That very famous, very favorite segment of the show where we like to blanket punish all that annoying random crapola that we see on the internet every day because, let's face it, nobody's going a day without it. Before we begin, though, let's hear from our wonderful boys at the DCN, Discord News. Let's start with Yosef. 2 minutes of hate, my friend.
Yes, I got one. It's articles about how popular and influential movies are actually overrated. And I read one about Full Metal Jacket a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And this author was just going all in about how it came out too late and it's somehow a bad movie because it was filmed in London. And the real 2 minutes of hate here is me for falling for this shit because I really should know better than to fall for online journalism in 2021.
Yeah, Yosef, this actually reminds me a lot of this one episode of Family Guy where Peter Griffin and his family were drowning in a, a big metal safe or something, and there was water filling up. And Peter goes, I did not care for The Godfather. And everybody's trying to convince him. They're like, "That's not Peter. Come on, it's a classic movie." He's like, "It's pretentious. It's full of itself." And I hope that didn't bother you as an avid fan of the show.
No.
Well, you got to stop letting this.
It's whenever Family Guy gets brought up, my brain just kind of shuts off because
I was gonna say if you're playing Thought Cops Bingo at home, go ahead and cover up that space.
Yeah, because it's a 200th episode. We had to bring up Peter and his friends at least once
within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and you really just had it to do with my 2 minutes of hate. I appreciate it, Kevin.
Absolutely. I know you're a huge fan, so I kind of wanted to get you, make you feel right at home. So
why couldn't you just have brought up the misogyny with me and the Family Guy with Netrunner? Come on.
I figured you would do that on your own.
Yeah.
Well, it's not too late.
Well, we got a lot of time left in this wonderful, spectacular episode. But before we get any further, Yosef, if you could punish them.
Like I said, the real 2 minutes of hate is me falling for this. So I guess I drown in the tank of water.
With the Griffins.
In this scenario,
Yes.
You're Peter Griffin, is what you're saying.
No, I'm just applying the same method of death.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just trying to create a metaphor, but that's fine.
You know what? Speaking of
also just to cut in, for anybody's 2 minutes of hate, we do have the wheel here, and that is an option if you would like to use it. So
that is true. That is very true.
Continue with what you were saying, Kevin.
Real quick, I'm gonna do my 2 minutes of hate, then I want to take a call from someone.
Why don't you do yours, and then Netrunner can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my 2 minutes of hate is when having a podcast is the butt of the joke.
Oh no!
How many popular tweets have you seen where someone someone makes a joke like, "What do you call a group of 4 white men? A podcast." Or someone's like, "I'm an artist. What do? I have a podcast."
Right. Or sometimes people will be like, like, what do you do for like a hobby or for, for whatever? Like, what's your thing, Grant? And I'll be like, well, I do a podcast. And they'll be like, of course you do.
Yeah. Hey, we work really hard on this. We put 200 episodes of this thing out. And then for me to be the butt of the joke, and we're out here making art.
How dare they?
We are creating.
This
We're
is podcaster
creators.
oppression.
It is.
It is.
And I'm fucking sick of it. I'm tired of seeing these people. And you know what? It's so transparent. It's obvious jealousy. You know, people are like, oh, I wish I was prepared to be ready to put things out during the quarantine. You know, and they didn't have anything. And they see people like us out there, you know, busting our hides, doing our thing. And then they're jealous of us. It's so obvious. It's toxic.
Right.
So you're saying podcasters are essential workers?
I would argue that.
I think we should get a raise. Actually,
I think
too.
we should get the vaccine as soon as possible.
I would love for that to happen. Yeah.
Because I was looking back at some pictures this week, popped up on like Instagram memories of, because it was almost a year ago we had one of our live shows with Brianna Murphy.
Right.
And that was like the beginning of 2020. And I was like, man, what a fun time that was. I really miss that. And I want to get things back on track, get back to normal, hopefully this year. And I want to get back out there and do more live shows and have some fun.
Yeah.
And I want people to, you know, we're gonna be out there changing minds, Grant. We're gonna be like, hey, is this a joke to you?
Right.
You think this is funny? Do I look like a clown?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, guess what?
What?
You don't have a podcast. You're jealous. That's what I'll say.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I'll say.
That makes sense, yeah.
So I'm going to
that's
spin.
Your punish. Oh, okay.
I'm going to spin the wheel. That was an awful spin.
Pathetic spin, but
this is a good. I landed on a good one though. Minecraft. So I'm gonna take you in Minecraft, and I'm gonna show you how hard it is to be putting out a podcast. You're gonna have a podcast in Minecraft, and everyone's gonna, you know,
it's gonna be a bunch of bricks that listen to it. A bunch of goddamn bricks.
A bunch of what are those green guys called?
I don't know. I've never played Minecraft.
Those green guys, they're gonna kill you in Minecraft.
Creepers.
Creepers. That's what they're.
Thank you.
But real quick though, IO Netrunner.
Yeah, speaking of creepers, IO Netrunner, your 2 minutes of hate this week.
Got his ass.
Oh!
Guys, my 2 minutes of hate is
he said it. He said the thing.
I did. I said the thing. That'll be one engagement fee. Thank you. Is people that are like, I don't know if they're embarrassed of what they like, but they feel like they have to make fun of it as they talk about something they like.
Right.
So they'll start talking about like, hey, I was watching the Marvel movies. Like maybe they'll do like it's like you can just talk about watching the Marvel movies. Like that's fine. They're popular. Nobody you might get made fun of, but who cares? Mm-hmm. You're talking about it anyway.
It's like a defense mechanism that they know that they're going to get made fun of, but they'd rather take the reins into their own hands. But it makes the world less fun because I want to make fun of you.
Yeah, it's like you don't get the pleasure of making fun of yourself. You say what you like and let us make fun of you.
Yeah,
for liking things like that. You know, be vulnerable to get hurt, basically. No, IO Netrunner, I know exactly what you mean. And I mean, like, I've definitely been guilty of that in the past where it's like, you know, I think like sometimes when, you know, you may have a hobby where you have to be kind of like self-aware, like, yeah, I do whatever, you know, I like this thing. And
I do a podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of
I was going to say like podcasting.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We just sit in a room every week and
right.
Yeah, it's real depressing. No, anyway, I know what you mean, and I think that it's like I think it's important to be like self-aware to some extent because you know you don't want to have somebody like quote you as a Wojak on the internet when you're the crime.
Right, make you look like the idiot.
Yeah, you don't want that. So you want to get out in front of it and make fun of yourself, but at the same time, though, it's like there is so much of that, and it does get old. It's like just. You know, own it. I'm on the same page as you, man. Own it. You like Iron Man? Just fucking say it, man.
Yeah. So you're getting into my punishment of people just having to just stop, just enjoy the things they enjoy.
Yeah, just let yourself enjoy things.
I want to see a remake of that comic where somebody's pinching their own lips shut.
Right.
Yeah.
There's limits to it. I mean, if you're movie Bob, maybe enjoy yourself a little bit less, but everybody else is fair game.
That he could stand to
enjoy yourself a little bit less.
Turn it down a little bit.
Right.
Personally, I do a Garfield podcast every day, so
the Daily Garfcast, everybody subscribe to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Like I'm a very sincere person. I'm not out there like making fun of it. I'm just doing it because I enjoy it.
The podcast or Garfield?
Doing the podcast sincerely of Garfield.
Okay, fair.
Both. I do both. It's a double.
I recommend that podcast. It is very funny.
It is funny. I enjoy it.
Very good. Now let's take a quick call from a listener here. Let's see. Woo. Let's take Asterios' call since he helped us out setting up this whole rigmarole we have going here today. You sound great. Oh,
great. Too good.
Welcome to Thought Cops. How can we help you?
Hey, it's Asterios Kokonos here, and I've got something that I hate for more than 2 minutes.
Go for it.
You see what happened in the Family Matters house?
Okay, yes.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, truly.
Look, I mean, I can't even. Can you guys explain to the listeners what happened? Because I can't even.
You'll have to talk through a tearful disposition. Kevin, I think you posted it, right?
Yeah, so I listen.
With a heavy heart.
With a heavy heart, we have to say that the home of Urkel was torn down and replaced with one of these generic brutalist pieces of architecture.
Neo-Marxist post modern design, whatever the fuck he says or used to say when he was still alive.
Jordan Peterson?
Yeah. Postmodern neo-Marxism, whatever. I don't know.
A real one.
Yeah.
Right. He died in the same way that the Family Matters house died.
Rest in peace, King. But no, they tore down the house and they turned it into one of those big square-shaped houses that's gray and has the big windows on it. And listen, I don't hate this as much as some people. I know that I live in Logan Square in Neo Chicago 3. I'm sorry, and that does tend to happen. That even in the last like 5 or 6 years I've lived there, it's changed a lot. That we got a Target now, Grant.
Right.
We got a big. Not a skyscraper, but definitely a big apartment complex that just kind of popped up overnight, and it looks like a big, it looks out of place compared to everything else.
It's gentrified. You've become more gentrified.
And I don't have a huge problem with it specifically, but it's like when you have a house like the Family Matters house,
right?
Like, couldn't you just torn down something else? You could have torn down my house.
Maybe they will.
Yeah, maybe they will. And maybe they'll put a plaque outside. Yeah, maybe they'll put a plaque outside like they did for the Family Matters house, because that's what they did. It's this big gray brick looking, not even brick. It's one of the, what do you call that, Grant? Just like that.
Stone?
Something like that.
But Asterios, how are you holding up with this
terribly
news?
That's where the Winslow. Okay, first off, I don't like that you called it Urkel's house. It's the Winslow house. Urkel just moved in there after his parents moved to Siberia to get away from Urkel.
How could we forget?
Yeah, I don't know how. It was only the most popular show of all time, leading to a cereal line, a talking doll, video games, and an entire TGIF universe. And of course, where did Harriet Winslow work? The Chicago Tribune. That's right. She was a really important part of Chicago's journalistic background. You guys are talking about it like it's funny, like it's some kind of humor joke.
I don't think it is. I think it's a disaster, and I fought for it in the Discord.
KT Shane in the chat says, damn, whatever happened to predictability?
I know! You'd think family would matter, but I guess it no longer does.
He really came in here like having done all of the homework of writing out the jokes beforehand. Or are you serious? You're just a joke-making machine.
I'm just a joke-making machine, yes!
You're Robot Urkel, but the Asterios version of Robot Urkel.
His name was Urkelbot.
And I gotta say, this house looks like it was built by Urkelbot.
Yeah, the new fucking, or is it a house or is it like a series of townhouses? If it looks like it fits 3 families, none of whom are as based as the Winslows. Remember, by the end of it, there were 2 Winslow cops. Both Carl and Eddie were members of the force, which is nothing to say of the time that that Urkelbot, joined the Chicago Police Department in a hilarious homage to the RoboCop series of films and short-lived syndicated television show and cartoon.
Exactly.
Wait,
Yeah.
Sriracha's coming on the mic. And Sriracha, you take over. I'm upset.
Please.
Because they tore down the Urkel house.
They tore down the Urkel house?
They tore down the Urkel house.
Sriracha, how do you feel about this? Is this bugging you just as much, or is it just causing a lot of trouble at home? Asteria's probably not getting a lot of sleep, I have to imagine.
Our life is ruined. And our children are suffering.
Rest in peace, Asterios Jr.?
The Porgs?
The human children. What's up, guys? How's Thought Cops? How's the Thinking Police doing today?
It's good. We're good. This is episode 200, so you get featured on the big milestone.
Wow.
She was being recorded. Or Asterios just grabbed her.
Oh, no, he just grabbed me.
Yeah, you're on the air. How the hell are you?
I'm doing great, Officer Kevin. I do get the podcast. I like the podcast joke. I like it that you guys made fun of people who are like, only annoying white people podcast. As an annoying white person, I can say that hurts me. And
again, Sriracha, as a fellow artist of the podcastry, that has to hurt you to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, they're not allowed to make fun of me because I'm a woman.
Right. We all just have to have a thing that they can't make fun of us for. Then we're all impervious to it.
Exactly. It's like everybody feels the need. Yeah. Everybody feels the need to qualify every fucking joke that they make. Like, oh, look, it's a straight, white, cis, heterosexual male.
Right. We're so whatever.
We're practically born with a microphone in our hands.
A silver microphone.
Yeah.
Sriracha, do you have a 2 minutes of hate or a key to the city or anything you want to bring in for us today on this festive occasion?
Refresh my memory what the key of the city is.
Just something you saw on the internet that's good. If you want to plug something happy or if you want to go negative.
Fake fan.
My 2 minutes of hate is just there's this one YouTuber that I like that I only watch her videos because she has a very nice house aesthetic and she's starting a podcast and it's like, bitch, nobody's gonna listen to that podcast.
Right.
So who is it?
Name names.
Yeah, it's
She named names.
Her name is Lilia, and her channel is like Lily Like Com or something. And she thinks she's an influencer, but she thinks she's better than all the other influencers because she went to law school and isn't using her degree. So now she's like, I'm making a podcast all about philosophy. It's like, bitch, nobody is gonna listen to that.
Nobody
shit.
Cares.
Nobody gives a fuck.
We got enough of those.
We got way too many of those, frankly.
Exactly.
All right, well, congratulations. Sorry this sucked. I wasn't prepared.
No, you're good.
I thought you wanted on.
I just stood.
You were headed towards the microphone with intent.
I was that. Okay, well, sorry my segment sucked. You guys have a great...
It was great. It was
great. We love you, and we hang out at the Family Matters house.
Bye.
Stereos and
bye. All right.
It's good to have a line of defense like that, Grant. You know, we got people out there, you know, our brothers in arms, our sisters in arms here in podcastry. And, I think it's important that we all stand together.
Exactly.
Speaking of that, Grant, it's time, you know, you got to give your 2 minutes of it before
I'm chomping at the bit, as they say.
You've been chewing on the microphone the whole time.
I'm insatiable right now. Okay, because my 2 minutes of hate might be the 2 minutes of hate to end all 2 minutes of hates.
Oh boy.
This might be it.
Here we go.
This might be the coup de grace, as they say in France.
No, I think as our baked Alaska would say, a coup de grace.
A coup,
like with a.
What an idiot!
Fucking asshole. Anyway,
my 2 minutes of hate. I hope I didn't bring this up before, but my 2 minutes of hate is Elon Musk.
I don't think we've ever once talked about how he is lame on this podcast.
I've never officially brought him up as a 2 minutes of hate, and I felt like now is the time to do it.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. A couple days ago, Elon Musk said, let me find the tweet. He was on Twitter, and he said, at Elon Musk off Twitter for a while. And I was like, finally, we get some peace. We get some rest.
Right. That's good. Good news.
Humanity equals restored.
Key to the city material.
Would like to point out Ionet Runner, despite the fact that he's on mic, he's posting links. But I appreciate the link that he posted because he is the richest person in the world. Okay? As context, this is the richest person in the world. Now, he says he's going to come off Twitter for a couple days. Like a day or two later, he starts tweeting again. And as I'm seeing what he's tweeting, it's deplorable. It's despicable. This is a man that's in his 40s or 50s or whatever. He's friends with all of the rich, powerful, cool people. He gets to hang out with Dave Chappelle. He's married to Grimes or whatever their situation is. He hangs out with Joe Rogan.
He's got a kid named Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep.
Exactly. You would think he's like the coolest guy on earth, but despite all of the money, he can't stop just trying to be basically relatable. And I think this is the best point that you can make about like money can't buy you happiness is this is a guy that's just clamoring for a spot in the spotlight. His day in the sun will never come and he'll never be satisfied with anything that he gets. So I'd like to read off a couple of his tweets here.
And this is right after he said he was going dark.
I'm just going to read off a couple tweets.
Okay.
I'm going to scroll through just randomly, sort of like the wheel. I'm just going to randomly scroll through and just read a couple tweets. At Elon Musk, much wow.
That's it?
That's it. That's the tweet.
Was that in reference to something?
Here's another tweet. I am meme, destroyer of shorts.
Funny.
Kill me.
Here's another tweet. No highs, no lows, only Doge. Here's another tweet. Dogecoin is the people's crypto. Here's another tweet. He just says the word Doge. Okay. Let me scroll a little bit further. Hold on. There's a really good one. Hold on. Let me find it. He said, even Discord has gone corpo. You're the richest man in the world, sir. You can't complain about things going corporate. You own corporations. You can't complain about things going corpo. You're the face of the American corporation.
Wow, you're being really rich phobic right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, against POW or whatever, people of wealth, right? Ionet Runner, were you going to say something? Sorry.
Of wealth. Yeah, you had it.
What? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Person of wealth.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Right.
I
got another tweet from him. He says, game stonk. I don't know if I can do too many more. Yeah, no, that's Monty Python is amazing. Oh, here's the sea shanties. Sea shanties, and it's a meme, it's a photo. Sea shanties and me trying to live a normal, productive life. Here's another one. He says, legalize comedy. This is the worst person to ever exist. Imagine if Iron Man had a Twitter account and just couldn't stop bitching. He's the worst person ever. I sentence you, Elon Musk, to you know what? You're fine. Okay, you live up in your ivory tower and you look down at the people and you envy us for what we have and for what you can never buy. You can never buy fucking yeah, Sleep Science is saying that I compared something to Marvel. I'm comparing him to Marvel because he thinks that he's Iron Man. Okay? That's the problem with him. He sucks. Anyway, there's certain things you can't buy with money, and he'll never buy my acceptance. So that's punishment enough, I think. So
that's rough, man.
Book closed.
That is rough.
He might as well just kill himself, I guess.
Seriously.
Yeah, in Minecraft.
That's no joke.
Right.
Let's take a call from someone in the chat here. Let's see. Someone signed off in the chat. Who wants to go? Who wants to go next?
Not all at once now. Oh, Lars says, just here to say grats on 200. Thank you, Lars.
Thank you.
Lars of the First Podcast, everybody. Check it out.
Looks like Sleep Science is chomping at the bit.
Chomping indeed.
Welcome to Thought Cops. How can we help you?
Yeah, can I get a double with hi? Why did
Yo, my man Sleep, what's up?
Joke.
keep going. No, it was a good bit. Keep ordering. Do you want 6,000?
Someone volunteered me, and I said, okay, sure.
Do you want 6,000 chicken fajitas?
I'll take a chicken fajita.
I am happy to be here, though. Congrats on 200.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Much
happy
appreciated.
to have you.
I remember.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I remember celebrating episode 100 with you guys a couple years ago. Feels like not that long ago, actually.
It feels like not that long ago, and also like 100 years ago.
It really does. It really does. I was thinking about that the other day.
You know how we always say time is a flat circle? Time is an accordion, I think, is more appropriate. Because, the folds of an accordion, it's sort of like it could be close, but it could be far. Time is an accordion. I'm going to start saying that now.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, Sleep Science.
But yeah, hopefully you'll get to celebrate again soon. Maybe by like 250. Like, that's a 250,000. You could say that.
Yeah. Could celebrate every episode. Every day is a present. That's why we call it, the present.
That's true. You don't need a reason to celebrate.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of celebrations, do you have a 2 minutes to hate or a key to the city or something you want to bring in? All right, go off, King.
And I wish I could think of something less niche a little bit, but this is the one that's been on my mind the longest.
Oh no, it's going to be Movie Bob, isn't it?
No. That's my key to the city is Movie Bob, obviously.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
No, so this one, maybe Grant will get this because he's and any other musician listening, but I don't go on social media a lot, but when I'm on Facebook, a lot of times I'll watch musician videos, and I'm a drummer, so I watch a lot of drummers or other musicians who are doing rhythmically complex things or playing off the beat kind of stuff. And anytime you go to those posts of those videos, you will just see half the comment section it's mostly boomers, not always. There are some younger assholes too, but mostly boomers just being like, this is impressive, but this is impressive, but it doesn't really make sense to me, and therefore I don't really think it's music.
Right. You mean in the sense of somebody might be playing here's an example. I saw a TikTok of a guy that was playing polyrhythmic thing. So he was doing a 4/4 beat in one hand and then a 5/4 beat in the other hand. And it's technically impressive because it's in my head, I don't understand I don't understand how you would be able to do that. That's difficult for me to comprehend what you would have to do to be able to practice that and to be able to do it well. And of course, there's someone that's yeah, technically this is impressive, but you don't have the feel of John Bonham might not have been able to do this polyrhythmic stuff, but also at the same time, it's but shut the fuck up, because what he's doing and what he's doing are two different things, and that doesn't mean that this guy that's showing off this impressive skill can't play well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also you basically encapsulated that for me really well, but basically what they're implying is that because they're not able to feel the groove, therefore there is no groove that can be felt. And it's no, that's not the case. It's just that you're not used to things that are as rhythmically complex as this, so you're not vibing with it, which is fine. But the way that they are in these comment sections, it's they feel obligated to point out to people that they don't think that it's musically valid. It's how about you shut the fuck up and keep it to yourself?
I also wonder,
you are valid.
I also wonder if it's just people that just feel inadequate about their own skill level, and they're just sort of oh, well, it's not that impressive. And it's just man, just just be okay with some people are better than you at some things, and like you don't have to be able to do this type of shit in order to feel valid. It's just you do your thing and this guy's doing his thing, and they don't have to be the same, you know.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to. It's not a contest.
I always imagine them as like these like boomers as being like old like big band like swing band fans. And then they're like listening to Fusion and they're like, I don't get it. Like this it's crazy.
That's not so different to like doing comedy and stuff where just because like somebody doesn't understand your sense of humor, like
right.
I can't tell you how many times like people like I've like posted clips from like the podcast or whatever, like on Facebook, which is always a mistake, where I get like relatives and stuff will comment like, yeah, I don't get it. And it's like, okay,
cool,
that's fine. I mean, like we're having fun, but it's just like, I mean, if it's not your sense of humor, I guess that's fine. But like, you don't have to like comment on all of these and be like, I don't get it.
Right.
Yeah. The sheer amount of those comments I see on every single one of those videos is insane.
Yeah. Or if you post like a clip of the podcast and someone's like, this is kind of funny, but it's not like Cumtown funny. And it's like, yeah, man, I don't want to be Cumtown. Like, it's a different thing.
We're thought cops.
We're different people. And we do a different show. So by virtue of everything is different, it's not going to ever be the same thing. And you can either like it or don't like it. But it's always weird comparing shit. I don't know. Stupid.
Speaking of, what's your punishment, Sleep Science?
They can only listen to Spyro Gyro for the next 100 years.
All right.
Done.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
Thank you, Sleep Science. Always a pleasure. We'll have
Love
to.
you guys.
What's your podcast that you do? What's that called? Plug that real quick.
Oh, sure. Thanks. It's called Untwisted.
Untwisted.
Look up Untwisted podcast. It's fun.
Why is it fun?
We talk about this weird Australian kids show that has a lot of weird shit in it, like grown adults kissing young children on the lips, and
cut his mic.
Apparently, anything flies in
killing babies.
Apparently, anything flies in Australia. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Speaking of that, we have a voicemail from our dear friend of the show, Lakembra.
Oh, it's a good time to bring it up.
He couldn't make it today, and we would love to hear from him. So let's listen to that.
Hello, it's me, Lakembra.
Hello.
And I'm calling to you from the Tenet world. I don't think that's actually a thing in the movie. But when I tried to watch the movie, I couldn't make it more than 15 minutes into it before I just said, fuck this.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Turned it off. But, I'm in the Tenet world.
It's just a bunch of reverse reverb.
I'm sucking the pee out of the toilet into my penis. I'm regurgitating the food onto my plate. Whoa. I'm driving in reverse, everybody. Isn't that cool? Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know why I left the most mundane thing to the end. Congratulations, Thought Cops, on 200 episodes. That's a big milestone. Perhaps even bigger than seeing Tenet in IMAX. Incredible big screen experience brought to you by the mastermind that is Christopher Nolan. Anyway, that'll do.
Thank you, Lakembra.
That'll do. I couldn't tell if that was just his connection from Australia or if that was just, again, the Tenet world.
He's in the Tenet world.
Good, actually.
No, they're not backwards in Australia. They're upside down.
You know, I would have been more believable if we couldn't hear a fucking thing he said. A la Tenet.
Right. So this is a beef before potatoes because Ionet Runner and Yosef both like the movie and we don't like the movie. So you guys defend your film right now. Do it right now.
Okay.
You like it? He just likes the very tall woman in the movie.
I don't know. It was okay. But I mean, it's a good action movie. Like stuff happens backwards, forwards.
I was like, wow, cool explosion. I like it.
Ionet Runner, it sounds like your sound design was designed by Chris Nolan because we're having a hard time hearing you.
turned on push to talk. Is it not working good?
Oh, you're good now. He's gone. Wait, no, he isn't.
No, I'm here.
Oh, all right.
Good, action good. Yeah, I mean, like halfway through, I kind of figured out what the story would be, but it was still good. I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, no one can take that from you.
Before we take over,
John Wick, the most amazing movie ever made. But
yeah, I mean, it's no John Wick, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's true.
John Wick is a much more smarter movie.
It is. Before we take another call, though, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor.
On episode 3 of Jack.
Working Jack!
Working Jack.
Wayne is the future.
Cyber connections. Enhancements.
So Jack.
We're about to walk into something that doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, and it's sure as hell not gonna make any sense to you.
It looks like that was an old, what is Orange Julius?
The good thing about being a hero is heroes get whatever they want.
It looks like 4 or 5 police helicopters have passed the van and are heading towards the Bay Bridge.
What is that smell?
I think that's a little gasoline, a little gunpowder, a little bit of blood, probably. Oh, there's only one way in and out of this place, pal. And you are not allowed to use it. You don't do the hiring on Treasure Town. We do the hiring. You do all of the hiring on Treasure Town. All of it.
Turn him over, and you can walk away a rich man.
Mm-hmm. And the alternative is...
The alternative is none of you survive this. Jack, working Jack.
Attitude is everything.
Real-time processing power and your bigger jokes.
Sensation upgrade.
Jack, working Jack.
Jacked, a cyberpunk RPG podcast. Listen to episode 3 at patreon.com/Asterios.
Welcome back to Thought Cops 200. Grant, let's hear some more from our listeners here. It looks like we have Ari Grab waiting on the line here. Welcome to Thought Cops. How are you? How can we help you?
Hey, Thought Cops. Well, happy 200 episodes. How's my audio?
Good. You sound good.
You sound great.
Awesome.
You sound like a professional podcaster that has his own podcast.
Well, oh, that's right. I forgot I do. Although I have 2 episodes out and you guys have 200, which after 2, I was already like, oh man, I don't want to do this anymore. So props to you guys. 200. That's amazing.
You see, that's what I'm saying. It's not as easy as it looks.
Right.
It's so much harder than I thought it would be. It's so much harder.
And that being said, Ari, I just want to say our dear friend Zwick is also the editor and producer on your show.
That's right, he is. Thank you so much, Zwick. You're really helping me out, and I think you're doing not just like technical good work, but some fun, creative good work in there as well. It's been a blast.
And real quick, Ari, if you want to drop the name of that show real quick so our listeners can check it out later.
Yeah, sure. I didn't come here to just talk about my projects, but since you guys brought it up,
I brought it up. I'll do that sometimes. It is a rising tide. A rising tide sinks all ships, or however that goes.
Mm-hmm. We'll take you down with us.
Okay, that's how that works. Okay. I have a new podcast out called Perfect Pitches. It's an improv podcast where me and friends of mine come on, and me and my friend Laura, we play Netflix producers looking for the next big hot show. And our friends come in as characters, just pitching really stupid ideas typically at us. Like the first episode's from an insane guy named Tom Peppers, played by my friend. And he just pitches what is essentially VeggieTales, but just way more pornographic and claiming to have no idea what VeggieTales is.
Huh. So you mean basically VeggieTales? Am I right, folks?
I think his words were just like, what if there was a cucumber who was a fucking moron and he believed the words of Christ? And just it's fun. I really enjoyed it. It's
you can sit on him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Asterios has an episode coming out at some point soon.
Awesome.
Rad.
Yeah. You guys are welcome.
Oh, we would love to be on.
Absolutely.
And while we got you here, man, anything you want to get off your chest, something positive, something negative, key to the city, 2 minutes of hate, whatever you got, man.
I can do both. Do I have time for one or both?
You can do both.
Do whatever you want.
Cool. Let's do both. All right. Here's a 2 minutes of hate. So I encounter this phenomenon. I don't know how many people know about this outside of my sphere, but are you guys familiar with? There's something kind of beyond React videos now, where now people are taking fictional beloved characters like Sonic the Hedgehog or Mario or someone and having them react to videos. Have you come across any of these?
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah, I have not. No.
The only reason I know about this is because I have a Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, and there are a couple of videos now of Sonic the Hedgehog reacting to them. And I'm like,
that's an honor.
It is an honor. And I actually do like those videos. I don't want to dunk on them, but it's just become aware to me that like, oh, not only now are there people who can make a whole career getting millions of clicks and money from other people's content and just reacting, but they can take someone else's character that they do not own, claim ownership, and have the character reacting to content that other people made. And this angers me. There are people reacting to my cartoons that have more views and subscribers than my actual cartoons.
That's insane.
So what I'm proposing, I've already put in a call to action, and there are a couple people who want to help me, is I want to make a channel called Donkey Kong Reacts, and it will just be Donkey Kong reacting to content other people made.
I mean, I would love to hear. I'm sure he's got like a lot to say about, everything in the news.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I imagine he'll have such, hot clips as like, and other such hot takes.
Yeah, I know he's usually saying something along those lines. And I think too, like, depending on, I think that this is also grounds for DMCA action. If, Mario happens to, reply to your video and say something, and if it's not Charles Martinet, they could be in trouble.
Very much. So this is what I'm thinking of starting up as I don't know. I have too many side projects, which is why I'm saying, hey, if the world wants this to happen, then I need a team. So a couple people have said, I'll help you with this in any way I can. So we'll see. Maybe this is something that will happen.
I think that's, we'll keep an eye out for it. Again, we love to hear from the man himself. DK, as they say, Grant, he's the leader of the bunch. You know him well.
I know him well.
I know him well too.
So, and you said you had a key to the city as well.
Yeah, sure. There's a musician who I like called is it Magic Circuit or Magical Circuit? Let me just double check that real quick. It's Magic Circuit. Yeah, not huge at all, but I think their music is incredibly nostalgic and poppy, and just kind of reminds me of how it felt watching anime in middle school, and I highly recommend it. Also, Kevin, I believe he's a friend of our mutual friend Alex Crocus, just by coincidence.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that's a weird perchance thing.
Small world, man. I mean, it really is, especially seeing his comics blowing up.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, check out Magic Circuit. I love it. I think he deserves way more praise. Although I hope he's happy with the praise he gets, because the music is great.
Excellent. Well, thank you for calling in, Ari.
Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. We'll have to have you back on the show in the near future as we roll into the post 200 episodes.
Whoa.
Stay tuned.
Wild ride.
We're trying to plan a whole lot of exciting stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time.
I'm excited.
All right,
enjoy,
we'll
guys.
Soon, man.
Happy 200.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Take care.
Thank you. See ya.
Ooh, welcome to Thought Cops. How may we help you? Welcome to Thought Cops. How may we help you? Is there someone on the line?
She says duck.
We'll patiently wait. Again, thank you for calling Thought Cops call center. We do love to hear from you.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. How may we help you today?
I just got home literally 20 minutes ago. I was just gone for a bit.
But you're back and
very interesting.
Yeah. I pet the cat. She's really cute.
You went in my room?
I heard her meowing and I had to. I was like, oh.
Okay, fair enough. But while we got you here, you've been the queen of the voicemail. You've been a part of the show for I feel like years at this point.
Years,
yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So you've been leaving all let's just say millions.
The queen of the voicemails, one might say.
All kinds of hatred from your 2 minutes of
hatred.
So I'm sure you got something in the chamber right now.
Oh, I'm mad. I'm mad as hell. So, I lost my job.
Go off, queen.
And now I'm trying to get unemployment, and it's just I can't get in contact with these people. Like, there's like 2 numbers. There's like a general line. There's the claimant line. General line. It's like type in this key to go to the next menu, and then it's like please type in the key, and then it hangs up. I'm like cool. And then the other line, it's just like a busy tone, and I'm just like great. I'm just going to starve.
Yeah, it's great that such an essential service is not working right now.
Right. And like when it started working during the lockdown, like the site was going down all the time, and then they had to like expand the unemployment office, and like it was bad. I'm still having issues with it because I'm still collecting a little on top of like the very tiny amount of employment that I have right now. And it's just a headache. It's terrible. It's an awful system.
And like I already have like a fear of like calling numbers, so it's like I psych myself up. I do like some like fucking Dragon Ball Z like key concentration or some Naruto chakra shit, and then I like call, but then it's just like it's nothing, and it's just like great.
Right. Ari has a good question in the chat. He says, this might be a dumb question, but have you tried doing it online? Because that's how I signed up for mine.
I did, and they're basically like, we're waiting to contact. That's what I did initially, but they're like, they need to call me, and they need to contact like my old job to like
confirm that.
Like it's just give me my fucking money.
KT Shane in the chat says Kaioken times 10, but for ordering a pizza from Domino's.
Give me my fucking.
That's why I use that.
Give me my fucking money seems to be your theme of like this year and last year.
And I feel you.
Yes,
I feel you.
Yeah, give me my fucking money. Like that's all I want.
That's all any of us really want.
Is that your punishment then?
Give me money. Literally, just give me money. It is such an easy solution. I just won't.
It's that easy.
It really is.
And it's not just me. It's everyone. They should just give us all money. Simply just print more.
I do this weird trick where I work a job to get money.
Oh my god!
Damn!
Oh wow! Look at the job man who has a job.
Look at Mr. Bootstraps over here.
Yeah. Oh, are you gonna tell me like maybe you should work 50 hours a week? Maybe you should work 2 jobs. Maybe you should live in a ditch.
The chat is going off on him right now. They are eating you alive, my man.
Movie Bob is a metaphorical giant baby said that IONet Runner is a wage cuck. Respond.
You're wagey? Oh, you're like going in your wage cage? Well, I'm being a cool NEET and I'm playing Dragon Quest XI all day.
Hell yeah. I have gotten so sucked into that game. I love it.
It's so good. I usually am like way too ADHD to like get into games, but I'm like, oh hell yeah! You have the music like the
It's amazing. It's amazing.
And like I'm just like, staying up until like 4 a.m. playing it, and then.
Was that your key to the city, or did you have something else you want to give it to?
Oh fuck. Okay. So my key to the city is being a NEET. I love it. I can just play Dragon Quest XI until 4 a.m. and then wake up at noon, and then maybe I'll make some food, or maybe I'll just play more Dragon Quest. But the best part of it all is I don't have to talk to old like pieces of shit that just are and don't listen to you, and then it's my problem. So
that does sound pretty good.
NEET, yeah. So yeah, you can enjoy your wage slavery. You wagey.
Got his ass. All right. Thanks for calling in.
Bye, Nico.
Also, thank you for the Discord news art. It is amazing.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's a very good point. Nico drew an amazing piece of art for the Discord newsboys, Yosef and IONet Runner, which
it's really, really good.
If you're in our Discord, that's their avatars right now.
Yeah.
And hey, Nico, plug your Instagram art account.
Okay, so it's Goth Nico Arts. If you want art, just hit me up. You can also message me on Twitter, which is Goth John Benet. But I have commissions open so I can pay rent so Kevin doesn't throw me into the street.
Indeed.
That's true. And I know you've done some artwork for Slime to Garbage Man as well. And actually, I think I've been seeing your art come up a lot recently. So yeah, go give her a follow. She's got a lot of great stuff. And it's always a pleasure to have you on.
Also, don't forget Dark Side Jills that she does with Sarancha.
Of course, yeah. You heard her earlier. Sarancha, another fellow podcaster. Nico, another podcaster in arms. We were talking earlier. You might have missed it. We were saying that we're sick and tired of podcasts being the butt of the jokes.
Podcasters rise up.
But as a woman, or as you would say, a femoid in the podcaster field, you can get away with a little more than we can. So we do appreciate your service.
Yeah, because then we could just be like, you're hating a girl boss.
That's true.
You exist.
All right. Thanks for calling in.
We'll talk to you later.
So, yeah. All right. Smell you guys later.
Bye.
See ya.
All right.
Thank you for remuting yourself. Everybody else, don't forget to remute yourself, because apparently if I do it, I server mute people.
We'll figure it out later. But you know what? Let's see. Let's take another call.
Who wants to call in? You're laid up.
Movie Bob as a metaphorical giant baby.
Let me see.
Movie Bob is a metaphor. Fuck, that's too long of a name. Movie Bob is a metaphorical giant baby. Do you want to call in? Yes.
Okay. All right.
Go for it.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Movie Bob, long-awaited guest on the show.
Hello, Movie Bob. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good.
What's your favorite Marvel movie?
Oh, fuck, shit. I should have thought of that.
You could have just said Spider-Man, man. You could.
Thor Ragnarok is pretty good. Thor Ragnarok. I like that one.
Okay, an honest answer. We appreciate that. Here, a little bit of sincerity. You've been a long-time Discordian in the Thought Cop server, and I don't think you've left any voicemail, so this is your very first time on the actual show, as it were.
It is.
How's it feel?
Oh,
everything you've ever wanted and more.
I'm not going to listen to this episode, so I don't have to listen to my voice.
Well, I know we've had you on a number of our Twitch streams with Among Us,
right,
and other such programming. So while we got you here, man, again, you're an integral piece of the Discord community. So we do want to know 2 minutes of hate, my friend. I know.
My 2 minutes.
Yeah,
of hate,
please go off.
I had a different one before I came in, but Lars reminded me of something I really hate. Podcasts with names that are so generic you can't tell what they're even like an inkling of what they're about just from the name.
Okay, now do you have any examples without naming us?
The first podcast.
All right, that's
the official podcast.
Uh-huh.
There's a third one that I used to really hate, but I can't even remember what it is anymore.
Cashew says the loudest podcast.
The loudest podcast.
I mean,
yeah, we need to get Asterios back on here to call him out.
I mean, to be fair, he is the loudest person I think I've ever witnessed before in my life, so that's pretty accurate.
Truly, man. So
yeah, that's my,
you want to know what you're getting into, right? You Google Thought Cops for whatever reason, and you're like, "Huh, this sounds interesting. I'm going to give it a listen." And you listen, and you hope you hear what you like. But you don't want to hear something just generic like what's
you Google the first podcast, and number one, it's not the first podcast ever, and even if it was. What the fuck does that mean? Who cares? Who cares first?
You're really laying into him.
He just inspired it, but I'm not trying to shit on him. I've never listened to his podcast. I'm sure it's like good.
We're on a couple episodes. You should listen to those.
Maybe I might.
All right. Well, you don't have to. I mean, it's up to you.
It's your life, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
Really, shit talk this podcast and called them out on it. God damn.
Huh, so, I mean, what's your punishment for this sort of thing, my man?
My punishment is if you name your podcast and it's just your podcast name is just a meaningless adjective, whenever someone Googles it, all that comes up is just porn.
That's interesting because somebody did Google my name and then
I'm stealing that joke.
Yeah. They were trying to find my appearance on the Dick Show from that was like 2 or 3 years ago. I was on the Dick Show.
I think like 3 years ago.
But I mean, yeah, if you search for the Dick Show, Kevin POTUS or whatever the hell it is, you'll find
it's all only just porn.
You'll find porn.
Yeah, that happens to everyone with a podcast that's literally just an adjective.
Sorry to say, but you won't see me featured in said porn.
God damn it!
All right. Anything else? Key to the city or anything? Or
I don't really have a key to the city. You can send me back to the Nether Realm.
Will do. Thanks for calling in. Be gone.
See ya
later.
By the way, Kevin, that Dick Show appearance was what got me into Thought Cops.
Really? I remember I remember going there and I was on that episode and I'm like, there was like too much like drama happening at the time. And
there was, some
as there always
went
is,
down.
as there always is.
Right.
But it was like, it was like not appropriate for me to, there was just
make jokes and shit like that. It's like you want to sort of read the room a little, and you read the room and it was like,
Yeah.
I remember watching the video and you were just sitting there like looking awkwardly while Dick was screaming about some lawyer stuff. I don't know. It probably was when that was going on.
He's like, my girlfriend got assaulted, Sean. And Kevin's like,
yeah, man. I remember I was there. It was like Sunday morning and like Sean was like, or Dick was like, hey, Sean, give me a beer. And he's like, you want one too? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then Sean's like, oh, you too? Because it was like Sunday morning and we're like drinking beers. And like I was like staying with a friend in Los Angeles and he like drove me there. So like he was in the room with us and we were just like, we saw the big screen above us with like the Twitch chat and it was like hundreds of viewers at once. And I'm like, oh boy. Well, I'm glad you stuck around, Yosef.
It's my pleasure.
Kevin, were you on first or was Grant on first? TDS.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Well, because I'd done the biggest problem shit.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I was like,
but I don't know when my first call in was.
Yeah, no, I was there in person.
Yeah,
and then
I've never
you
been
called
there
in more
person,
than once, I think.
Yeah.
So
okay, I just remember I remembered the Grant Mooney name from Biggest Problem.
Right.
So I know when Grant was on the first time, that's when I started listening to this show.
Nice.
Yes, Netrunner and I have been arguing about who's been listening
for
longer based on you guys' appearance on the Dick Show.
Because I could have sworn by the time I joined the Discord, Yosef was already like a regular.
No, you were here before me.
The other way around.
I truly don't remember. I know, I remember when the Discord was made.
Wait, we got breaking news. Zwick says his mom wishes to say happy 200th. Thank you, Mrs.
Could we get her to call in?
Yes,
could your mom call in?
You could, please. 1 sec. Okay, yes.
Right.
Here we go. The chat is begging for this. This is a legendary moment if it all pans out. I to reference again, when I was on the Mega 64 PPS and we had Zwick's mother call in, it was a watershed moment.
It will truly.
Hi, it's John's mom. How are you guys?
Hello,
we're
Mrs.
We're doing great, Mrs. John. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm hanging out with my biker friends today.
That sounds exciting. I don't have any biker friends, but if I could,
it's an all-female biker group that I'm in.
I would feel so much cooler if I had.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, well, congratulations on your 200th episode. That's kind of cool.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
We wouldn't be here without the help of your son.
Truly.
Well, he's pretty amazing.
He is.
He
truly.
is.
I made him. They're giggling. All right, I gotta go. I have people waiting for me. Have a great day.
All right.
Thank you.
Stay safe. Bike safe.
Bye.
Yep.
Wear your helmet.
Well, it's snowing. There's no biking right now. All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, see ya.
Have fun, Ma.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, we asked for it. We're
Speaking of asking for it, Zwick,
stay,
come back
stay,
on.
Stay.
Zwick,
Okay,
you do
what's
a 2
up,
minutes
what's
of
up?
hate. You're already on the line.
Okay, I just didn't want to interrupt the other caller that was on here.
Well, who called last? I can't remember. I've been
Movie
drinking.
Bob.
Movie, right? Okay, no, so we're good. So it's your turn. Your time to shine in the sun, baby.
Well, it's gonna be a lame audio thing, but my 2 minutes of hate. Oh no!
When the wrong file type is
actually no. Okay, so like my 2 minutes of hate is Pro Tools. It's actually not you guys.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad we're not a subject to your fucking hatred.
No, believe it or not, no, it's Roast.
We're not the source of your ire.
Yeah, no, it's Roast. Great podcast, and it's not the podcast itself, but like I'm trying to learn Pro Tools, and they're helping me learn Pro Tools. So like I edit with Pro Tools. Pro Tools is the hardest thing to fucking learn with because
well, it's industry standard, right?
It's industry standard, but like like I use Adobe Audition for everything else that I edit. And if I have like a thing I don't know, I could just go to YouTube or whatever, look up the thing that I can find and see what I'm doing wrong and then fix it. If I'm in Pro Tools, the only audio you can fucking hear is the Pro Tools audio. It won't let you listen to anything else. So you literally have to close the fucking program.
What's up, Grant?
What?
Don't you have a phone?
I mean, it's a pain in the ass to use the phone.
Grant, who should we call on next?
Wait, can you guys hear me? Am I gone? Am I dead?
Got his ass.
Gaslighting Zwick into thinking that he's dead.
I just another day on the job.
Serial Law Obeyer says stop doing that to him.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we praise Zwick for his hard work, and then we fucking gaslight him to think he doesn't exist.
That's great. No. That's fucking awesome. Fuck you guys. I don't know. I just like I hate using Pro Tools. But check out Roast Mortem. Start out with the Dr. Spock episode. Has nothing to do with Star Trek.
Start out with the episode that they were on of Thought Cops.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? How about that?
Catch me outside, as they say.
No, but like if you hate boomers, you will fucking check out the. I don't know. I edit a whole bunch of stuff. I'll link all the podcasts that I edit for you guys. But like, yeah,
great.
That's my two. I got derailed on my 2 minutes of hate.
Yeah, whatever.
Zwick, you edit like 17 podcasts now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're all great.
Zwick, you're the hardest working man in podcasting.
It's true.
And again, like Zwick, I know you understand my 2 minutes of hate earlier, and people make podcasting the butt of a joke where it's like, I do a podcast. Like, I'm out here creating, and it's like if they only knew the amount of like we have to do the write-ups, the scheduling.
Right.
We gotta like the three of us get together every week and go through multiple drafts of every single episode to make sure that it's up to snuff. And you know what?
Yeah.
It's about time that people started taking us seriously.
Yeah.
It's that Arrested Development episode with the magicians. We demand to be taken seriously.
Exactly. Just like that.
It's amazing how much work we put into like this dumb joke of a podcast that I love.
Thank you for
dumb joke of a podcast.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, thank you for driving home the point.
Yeah, no, I love it. I don't know. I'm glad. I'm really happy to be on board. I just remember. I do remember being like, "Hey, can I just edit for you guys?" And you're like, we'll see. And then we
were like, we don't have any money to pay you with. And you were like, that's fine. And we're like, no, we'd feel bad. And you're like, it's cool.
Also, real quick, IO Netrunner
just started paying me after a while.
IO Netrunner posted a picture of him with us from the last live show. It's me, Grant, and Zwick. And people are calling out your drip.
I do not. I'm standing in the most dorkiest way possible. I have my hands on my hip.
No, it's not the way you're standing. It's like you're wearing camouflage Jinko jeans. You have the same visor on your head, a second one that is tied to your waist, and then you're wearing what appears to be some sort of bowling shoes.
Oh yeah, the ska shoes. Yeah.
And what does your shirt say?
It says "Sell out fuck."
Christ.
All right, Zwick.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too, man. We'll talk to you probably right after this recording.
Awesome possum.
Awesome possum.
I can't believe he said awesome possum. Embarrassing.
Wait, cut that. on yourself.
Speaking of whatever, who's next?
Yeah, who wants to go next? Sign off in the
Serial
chat.
Lawbear might have thrown his name into the ring.
You mean Serial Lawbear?
Whatever he is.
Serial Law.
Welcome to Thought Cops. How can we help you?
I guess you guys can hopefully help me figure out who the bad guy is in my 2 minutes of hate.
Sure, go for it.
So I think it's probably me for just like opening up the Facebook app in the first place.
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
You're good. Thanks for calling in.
Okay,
Goodbye.
Yeah. See you guys later. Congrats on 200.
Thank you. Go ahead.
No, so there's I'm from South Dakota, so there's a good section of people out there that are fans of country music. And so a country music star is currently in a little bit of trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for a video that came out.
He said the word that
he said
you're not supposed to. He said the gamer word.
Right. And so I think my 2 minutes of hate is actually people who like choose a side on an issue that like there shouldn't even be sides on. Like we should all agree that that's probably not a word to say, but
right.
I have like 20 different friends on Facebook who all have posted some version of a defense of this guy.
Sounds about right.
And also I read an article the other day that his sales have skyrocketed in the past week.
Sounds about right.
It's the PC police. We're out to cancel him. You know, that's the good thing I like about this podcast, and the name of the podcast is that we can be the ones to do that. We're trying to cancel him.
Yep,
you know,
yep.
Just blame it on us. We did this.
Yeah,
it's our fault.
Yeah,
I'll just post a link to this podcast next time one of those shows up.
Right, exactly. Anybody listening at home, feel free to do that. We're the one. We did the egregious crime of saying maybe you shouldn't say that word. I'll take the heat for it, I guess.
But I also have maybe a key to the city. It's up to you guys if you want to watch this video that somebody linked a few minutes ago.
If it's short enough, sure, why not? Hell yeah. All right.
It's just got like a cool vibe to it. It reminds me of hanging out with the fellas like back.
No, this is a great video. I've seen this. I've seen this video. It's really funny.
It's got like the Resident Evil 4 menu music just ominously playing in the background. It's pretty sweet.
Also, I didn't realize this had almost 2,000 views. Interesting.
So it's a video that's on Kevin's account on his YouTube,
which I never use, and
right.
This is what from 2014.
But let's go ahead and play it.
Story is. When he put the milk bottle on his penis, was the penis like if some of the shaft was revealed at that point? Like, do we know that maybe he wasn't just balancing it on his erect penis, or was he perhaps going all the way? Because we haven't heard one way from any version of the story if they were able. If they could see that silhouette at the bottom of the bottle of the dick tip just pressing against it,
yeah, silhouette of the tip.
I would believe this hook, line, and sinker. But until I can hear that, I'll remain slightly skeptical.
Okay, so the context there was we are talking about some friends of ours who were measuring their dicks by putting a milk bottle on their penis. And whoever was like mushroom tip would hit the end had the biggest dick. So I guess like somebody was just like, we were just like having a very in-depth conversation about it, and like somebody just started filming it. And Sleep Science said, what did he say here? You look exactly the same for this being 2014. Amazing. Haven't aged a day. As I was at 24 there, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know math.
Slime says, whose dick are you talking about? It was my friend Jake, I believe. My dear friend of mine, Jake. Oh man, I miss those days. This is like right after college when a lot of my friends and I like moved back home, and it was like, yeah, their jobs don't exist, and all we can do is like smoke weed and get drunk and talk about like bullshit, and that was like what we did like every day.
Cool.
You know, so
that's
this
what
is
I did in 2014. Just get high and talk about stupid shit.
Definitely.
There was nothing else to do back then.
A fun year.
It was before the world went crazy.
It truly was.
Truly.
Yeah, so thank you for calling in, Serial Law Obeyer.
Appreciate it.
We got the force out for you right now, if you can't hear that.
Yeah.
They said the video was so good, they're coming up there to South Dakota to throw you in an iron padded or a padded cell.
Right, an iron padded cell.
Iron padded cell.
Yeah, just a big cell. It's a big iron wall.
Not too padded.
Yeah.
Right.
They're looking out for you, man. But thanks for listening. Thanks for calling in. Always appreciate the love and support from you. Yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
No, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Who's next? Wait, what am I saying? Welcome to Thought Cops. How can I? What do you say? What's the thing you've been saying?
So I guess you've never worked in a call center, so
I haven't. No.
Yeah.
Welcome to Thought Cops. So what do you want?
you want to make them feel.
I don't want anybody to feel anything when they talk to me.
Hey, Keith.
How the hell are you? Where are you?
Dallas, Texas. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes.
All right, fantastic.
Hello.
Perfectly.
Hey.
Pitch perfect, my friend.
How's it going?
Fantastic. Congrats on 200 episodes.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, I guess no need to bury the lead here. I do have 2 minutes of hate, and it is going to be about what you think it's going to be about. So,
stonks?
Exactly. Anyone?
No.
I promise. It's actually, I don't. Whatever. I don't have a good judge of whether this is good or not.
It doesn't.
Yeah. Go off.
Yeah, go off.
Okay, so my 2 minutes of hate is anyone on Twitter parodying shitty GameStop takes. So just to set the table real quick, what we're talking about here is people buying a worthless stock at a wildly inflated price so that fedora-wearing Redditors can become more rich. And if anyone still thinks that this is a strike against the oligarchy or whatever, I just want you to consider that these 4 men that I'm going to list are the champions of this cause. So the 4 horsemen of the GameStocalypse, if you will.
Jesus Christ! I hate this show that we do. All right,
so
go
we got Ja Rule. Ja Rule is a very talented rapper, but he's most recently famous for scamming
con artist.
Instagram influencers with Fire Festival. If you don't remember Fire Festival, check out one of the 7 documentaries they made about it. We have Donald Trump Jr. No need to repeat that Orange Man is bad, but I think his son might even be worse. He's the do nothing product of 3rd generation wealth. We got
the ultimate fail son.
Yeah, we got Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban is basically Donald Trump with a basketball team. He's famous for founding broadcast.com, a website that I'm sure you and we all visit every day, right?
It's my homepage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, like Trump, he's famous for playing a businessman on TV, not actually being a businessman. And then lastly, no need to belabor this too much, but Elon Musk is the patron saint of all this bullshit. As Grant mentioned, he's literally the world's richest person. There's no more shitting on Elon Musk that I need to do, so I guess I can just skip right to the punishment.
Exactly. Well, there's a level though, because my thing with Elon Musk is not that he's like, it's that he's essentially just being disingenuous in his approach to how he's trying to be relatable. Not in the sense that he's like, when he's pushing for like Dogecoin and like the stonks and shit like that. Not that I think that he's actually benefiting or not benefiting, but that he just wants people to like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the grift.
I mean, I have no problem with Elon Musk. Like, I think Tesla seems pretty cool. Hopefully we'll all be driving electric cars someday, and SpaceX, whatever. But like, yeah, he's just completely unbearable. So he's going to take all of the burden for this punishment. He's going to be he's going to be the Christ figure in this story.
Jesus, cringe.
Don't play him.
So the punishment is that he has to buy up every last Dogecoin, and he has to spend all of his money doing it, which means he has to pay 26 times what Dogecoin is worth, and then he'll be just as poor as the rest of us. So
good.
That's that.
Finally, maybe he'll be relatable after that.
Yeah, for sure.
Patreon.com/ThoughtCops.
Yeah,
and he'll finally get what he wants. Yeah.
People keep posting Kevin's old videos in the chat.
How have people not found these before?
I don't know, but this one's called Wheelchair Model.
This aired on public access TV for like 3 years. I did this like fake video where I was a guy who pretended to be handicapped so I could be in like wheelchair modeling advertisements.
Right.
And it aired on public access in my hometown for like 3 years. Like that was what before the podcast, like I used to like do shit for my hometown public access channel.
Right.
And they would just like give me gear. Like that's like all those like ASIN videos and convention videos. Right. They're like, yeah, just like here, take some mics and cameras, film whatever you want.
That's insane.
They're like, as long as you bleep out the swears,
We should find some public access videos to fund thoughtcops.tv.
I mean, we'll talk after the episode. I mean, obviously I've got connections.
Right. Well, speaking of connections, who should be the next on the connection of Who Wants to Talk Next?
And congratulations, guys. Keep up the great work.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that you're still on here. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, KT Shane. We, you've been a part of the Discord for a while. I love you guys, all the support you've been having for us. If you can probably tell, I've had a little bit too much malort this episode.
Truly.
But thank you.
All right, right on. Take it easy, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Talk to you. Bye.
Wait, okay. Who says, who's next? Somebody sound off.
Shogun
Cheater said he's good.
Cheater said he's good.
Throw him in.
What's his name? Slime keeps pushing it back, but
throw him in
Slime,
the concrete room with the door.
All right. Thought Cops Hotline. Send us a dick pic. What do you want, Cheater? It's Shogun of Sorrow. Whatever your name is. Who are you? Tell us who you are, where you're calling from. And what's a 2 minute of hate or a key? Is that a good... could I work at a call center?
We'll discuss your etiquette later.
All right.
Hello? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. You're coming in loud and clear.
Awesome. Cool. Congratulations on your 200th episode of Thought Cops, guys.
Thank you. Wow. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Don't sound so...
Sour here, a.k.a. Firecloud. What's up?
Zwick, bleep both of his names and replace it with the word shit. No, I'm kidding. I don't care about that. That was a one-off joke.
Yes.
But we can all move past it.
Yeah,
you've been a long time listener for a while now.
First time caller. Well, first time
live caller. You left a number of voicemails, and I know you got some 2 minutes of hate, and I know you want to get it off your chest. So I'm just going to let you have at it.
So yeah, I do have something recently that it made my blood boil. So
did it grind your
my
gears?
2 minutes of hate. It did.
There we go.
Really did. So my 2 minutes of hate is the crypto exchange Kraken for making me miss out on the 2-cent Dogecoin I could have bought last week. To connect back to Grant's 2 minutes of hate, Elon's tweets made Dogecoin blow up very recently. So basically, by now it could have doubled and covered the insane wire charge I got from my bank. Which that's also my 2 seconds of hate, because what the fuck was that wire charge?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's my 2 minutes of hate there.
Cool. Do you have a punishment?
Give me money.
I do have a punishment, and it's kind of fucked up. You ready?
Keep it PG-13.
Okay.
All
so
right.
their punishment is that they have to sell out at sea and get eaten by the Kraken, where they have to sing sea shanties as they go crazy and aesthetically decompose.
He's right.
Thank you, Joseph. You're 100% correct.
All right.
But it's appropriate because it's a Kraken website, so
it's it's good. Do you have a key to the city or anything also, or is that it?
Yeah, I do have a key to the city. Something that balances me out. My key to the city goes out to all the amazing sweet people in my life that keep my days bright, especially my girlfriend Brittany and my pet cat Ahil. So yeah.
Aww.
Pretty gay, I would say.
I mean, aren't we all really?
And by definition, the exact opposite. But yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's all good.
Well, thank you for calling in, man, and we appreciate the love and support from you every single week.
Indeed.
Yeah, no problem, guys. I love your show.
All right, thanks, man. Take it easy.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
Bye.
No problem. Anytime. Bye-bye.
Speaking of sea shanties, I just realized that this bottle opener that I have is shaped like a pirate. We've been using this to open up every beer so far.
That you just remember that was a bit on like 200, I mean,
yeah,
200, like 100 episodes, 150 episodes ago.
Yeah, you thought that this was Batman. It's very clearly a pirate.
I mean, when I'm looking at it, I just see a bottle opener, but like, yes, now I can kind of see a pirate.
It has a skull and crossbones on the top of its head. It has a little parrot guy here. It has a peg leg, screw, whatever it has a sword for an arm.
This is like the last episode of the Seinfeld when they were in jail talking about the buttons on their shirt.
Yeah.
So if you look at the one arm too, isn't there like a parrot in the arm?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys talked me into buying this bottle opener.
You bought this fucking thing because of this?
I have that as well. I said I needed a bottle opener, and you guys are like, "Well, here's the one Kevin has that he thinks looks like Batman." Or whatever.
Well, it's mine.
And I bought it.
Yeah. I'm famous for having a Bill Clinton shaped wine opener.
Right. Yeah.
So where did you get that? Because the one I bought from Amazon, the packaging clearly says pirate all over it.
You mean Kevin or me? Because it's mine, but he thought that it was shaped like Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Let's move on.
Sips on drink.
Hard we are, brother.
Moving on.
This is the Krusty Krab.
So,
this is Patrick.
Does this sound okay, or does this sound like shit?
No, you sound good.
Sounds great,
okay,
my man.
No work or anything? Because I just have I have headphones in, but I just have my laptop mic, and I just wasn't sure. Because normally when I'm on here with you guys, I have like a interface and all that.
You're fine. It's probably it. I can't imagine that everybody else was calling in with like a full setup or anything.
Oh no, for sure not. I don't know. I don't have anything to say on it yet. I just wanted to see that worked. I'll think of something.
Yep, you sound great.
Wow, there's two of me on here now.
Did he just leave? He just bowed out. He just did you just want to test your audio setup just to bounce?
That's great.
That's
just great.
I said, fuck up. I said I wanted to check and I'd come back when I had something to say. I don't have anything funny to say.
Well, this is funny. This is this is content.
This is the bit.
Man, this is everything is content.
You've had 2 hours to come up with something funny to say.
Yeah, I've been laying in bed half naked, just fucking listening. I've been enjoying myself.
2 minutes of hate when the podcast you're listening to unmutes
force you into shit when you're trying to relax. God damn it.
You're
That's
sitting
a
there.
good 2 minutes of hate. What's your punishment for us?
Sitting there buck naked listening to his favorite show. And they make him say something all of a sudden.
I want to make it interactive and I want to incorporate you because you're part of it. Fucking go to hell.
Dick out. Thought Cops on 11.
For real. I'm
Slow stroking.
I had a shit day at work. I'm just laid up. Thought Cops mode, full force. The boys are here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I guess that's the punishment is
That's
fuck
the
off.
punishment. That's the whole thing. I enjoy you guys. I love you guys. I like being part of the journey. I like being along for it. This is a great community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll take entire responsibility for all the wonderful folks in our Discord.
Right.
Yeah, I know you are responsible for it. You're the glue that binds them all together. It's the Island of Misfit Discord toys.
It truly is.
Truthfully.
Oh fuck. What's your 2 minutes of hate? What's everybody else's? Let's have a collective 2 minutes of hate.
Just
You're not listening?
We went like 3 hours ago.
Should we unmute everybody and just
Jesus. No.
Let it rip.
Did you all see?
Absolutely not.
There was Asterios did that one time. Do you remember we were watching that? He
Ocean
unmuted
Man
everybody and he was singing a song and everyone was just talking over him and it was the most chaotic thing I've ever seen in my life.
For some reason I was thinking about that the other day, like when he had his whole Discord singing Ocean Man by Ween.
I wouldn't even sound like nothing.
Truly amazing.
All right.
Does anybody else want to get on? Does Cash you want to call?
Yeah, Cashew. I know you're there.
Cashew.
688 AS.
Just left.
You just left. What the beep?
Let 688 call and talk about guns.
Cashew seems like she doesn't want to call in. Nobody's forced to.
All right, back to the meat and potatoes of the show, because why not? If you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and often quite unusual punishment. So let's talk about something truly epic for our 200th episode. Doesn't that seem appropriate, Grant?
I'm looking at the stories that we have, and nothing's sticking out as particularly epic.
Nothing tells you epic besides John Krasinski and Pete Davidson kissed each other on Saturday Night Live.
Oh my God.
So I watched this episode live.
You said you've been doing that.
I've actually, like, this past year, I've gotten like a sick pleasure. Like, my girlfriend and I will watch SNL live if there has been a particularly big event that week, because it's going to be embarrassing, it's going to be cringy,
right?
And they've been on break for like a month or two, so they should
have stayed on break for forever.
We had the Capitol riots, we had the stock market crash, we had a lot of stuff happen, so it was like, I cannot wait to see SNL like fucking fumble the bag. So we watched it, and it was worse than you could possibly imagine. And of course, who better to host the episode than John Krasinski, aka Jim from The Office,
aka Mr. CIA plant propagandist,
Jack Reacher.
Jack Reacher, hardly know her.
And he is like truly a shitty human being.
He is. He's terrible.
And this episode was like god awful, truly horrific. Like, every moment of the show is like telegraphed from a mile away, where like the opening monologue is like, hi, Jim from The Office. Actually, it's John. And like they go through that same joke like 17 times.
That's really funny. Because his name starts with J, but also his character's name starts with a J. So it's a funny joke.
So the audience is like, we want to see you kiss Pam. And he's like, actually, Pam is a fictional character.
That's also a good joke. Yeah.
And they kept doing it over and over and over and over.
It's funny. I'm imagining it in my head.
And then Pete Davidson, everybody's, America's funny man, comes out on stage, and then he's like, hey, Jim. Actually, it's John. Yeah. Hey, I think everybody wants to see you kiss Pam. Oh, okay. Maybe I could be Pam. And then,
this is good.
And
what happens
like
next?
It's the most telegraphed. Like, it's just like they were like trying to be like, oh, this is gonna like the internet's gonna go crazy for this, and it was like so telegraphed and transparent from like a mile away.
What's even the joke? It's not even a joke.
And then it's like they kiss each other, and everybody's like, woo! And it's like, first of all, there is a pandemic right now, so it's like kind of tasteless. I know it's like, right. I know they get tested and stuff,
and it's tasteless because that's one of the symptoms of COVID. Is you can't taste.
Oh. I thought you were
no,
but like it's like the thing is like at the end of all these episodes they all come out wearing masks and they're like, oh, thank you for watching, yada yada yada, and it's like,
God,
you just kissed each other. Like, why are we doing this? So they're wearing protection at the very end of the episode, but it's like, it's one of those moments where it's like, this would have been funny in like maybe the 80s, I guess, if like, two guys kissed on TV.
What are they, gay? And it's like, well, they could be. There would be nothing wrong with that. And it's like, oh, so it's not like a funny joke, like.
But it's like, oh, but no, Grant, it's also a reference to The Office, which they took no time in advertising the streaming platform Peacock.
Is that a thing now?
That's where like that's where The Office is, Frasier is, like all those shows got.
That's why they moved all of those off of there. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought NBC owned Hulu. There's another Hulu.
You have to get Peacock separately,
on, man.
And then they of course have an advertisement like baked into one of the sketches saying like, oh, sign up for Peacock to watch Frasier. I mean, the whole episode was horrific, but it's like, this is one of those headlines they wrote where it's like applicable to like 6 people. It's just like, again, like, you do Thought Cops long enough, you can see the coding, the Matrix coding, the green numbers and stuff,
right,
going around you and all that, all that good stuff.
Well, because some people were like, oh my God, this is everything. And then other people are like, this is kind of gay baiting.
It's out of touch. It's weird.
It's out of touch. It's out of mind, but it's out of however Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
Hall & Oates, are these guys pack mules or
a band?
Or a band. Am I right, ladies?
I'd be curious to see.
Anyway.
So yeah.
Let me ask you a question. What's the deal with this Pete Davidson guy? I've never seen anything funny from him.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know why people like him. Like, what the fuck is he? Like, he doesn't even seem like a comedian. He's just like, yeah, I'm like 22 and I have tattoos. And it's like, I guess that's all it takes to be on SNL now. He's like, my dad was a firefighter in 9/11. And
my dad died in 9/11. Like,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I think I saw him on a roast once, and
they got his ass for that one.
And then they
roasted him for his dad dying in 9/11. And
yes, and then the audience booed, and I remember him saying, "No, it's funny. It's funny." Like, come on,
nothing you do is funny.
Shut up. Nobody cares.
Serial Law Obeyer says he dated Ariana Grande. That is real. That did happen. Also, most famously, he is the reason why Dan Crenshaw is a household name because of his SNL sketch or whatever the fuck when he was on Weekend Update, and he said, with his eye patch, he looks like a James Bond villain or whatever the fuck in like a porno or whatever, sort of thing. And then Dan Crenshaw, Mr. Free Speech, got to go, this is actually very offensive because I served my country and I went to war or whatever. And then the only thing I will say that Pete Davidson did that was a good thing was that after he apologized to him on the next episode of SNL, when he shook his hand and he said, "Oh, you're a good man," or whatever, Pete Davidson did a stand-up special and he's like, "Yeah, they made me do that. They told me I had to do that." That's the only thing I think that he's done that's good, is he said, "Yeah, they forced me to do this."
And it just sucks because at one point in time, SNL was very funny.
Was it? I don't remember it.
It was, man.
I never liked it.
Phil Hartman was a huge Bob Odenkirk used to be a writer for SNL back in the early 90s, pre Mr. Show.
Right.
Well, I mean, a ton of Conan O'Brien, a ton of people.
Wasn't Conan on
he was Simpsons, but also SNL for a bit.
Oh, I didn't know.
I mean, all the.
Oh no, I remember that. Yeah.
All the funniest people of the late 80s, early 90s, even the 70s were a part of SNL. It was truly amazing.
Right.
Amazing. Norm Macdonald, yeah. And I remember when I was a kid, my parents had this VHS because they were big fans of SNL, and they had this VHS tape of Toonsis the Driving Cat, where it was this goofy skit where it was this recurring segment where it was this cat who could drive a car, and it was Phil Hartman who was Toonsis, watch out, and the whole thing was the cat driving the car off a cliff, and it was this stock footage of a car falling off a cliff every time,
right?
And it was legitimately funny. And nowadays it's you have Colin Jost and what's the other guy's name?
Michael Shea,
and they're made from test tubes. They're stiff as boards, and they're just made they're straight up created human beings created via an algorithm.
The only thing that I think is funny that Michael Shea ever did was getting a Twitter spat with Jack Allison. That
was funny because he was
because it's embarrassing again.
Yeah,
you're a head writer of one of the more popular watched TV shows that everyone tunes into all week, despite the fact that it's bad. And you're starting a fight with just a guy with a Twitch channel.
Yeah, and I mean and again even in the late 2000s, yeah, Will Forte, Andy Samberg, Bill Hader. A lot of stuff that Hot Rod was born from was that late, and then it's
that's a good movie.
It's an amazing movie, and now it is so bad, and they of course they made no effort at making fun of the game stocks, Reddit people and stuff, because the whole gimmick was what's that chick's name from Ghostbusters who was on there?
Melissa McCarthy.
No, the blonde lady on SNL.
I don't know. I'm so tired right now. Kristen Wiig.
Kate McKinnon, yeah.
Kate
and
McKinnon.
Her whole thing, she opened the episode was why don't things work like they used to? And it was just this status quo, disgusting, oh, rich people should be in charge of Wall Street. Why are people on Reddit taking over? And it was this whole thing. It was just
Jimmy Kimmel's been doing that a lot too. If you
Russian agitators,
right? Or there was the thing where Jon Stewart, I guess, just started a Twitter account, and he was tweeting about the Reddit thing, and he's what's happening right now, like, you know, is sort of ridiculous and it needs to be looked into. And Jimmy Kimmel retweeted it and was like, at real Donald Trump, is that you? It's just like, that's your funny, like, you can't exist without Donald Trump existing.
And not to mention,
you're just so fucking, like, sat into the fucking, like, you're just so fucking entrenched in the fucking Trump era of your shitty comedy that when he's gone now, the only joke you can make is like, Donald Trump, is that you tweeting? And it's like, Donald Trump wouldn't have shit to say about the fucking Reddit shit. He wouldn't know what to say about it.
And not to mention, like, you know, Alec Baldwin, like, his Trump impression was legitimately awful.
Yeah.
And like, compared to like, what's that? I forget his Twitter handle, but there's that young guy on Twitter, that redheaded guy who does that like Trump impression.
Oh, yeah.
He is so funny.
Shrimp something.
Like, it's Austin something, I think.
Yeah.
Like, that dude is so fucking funny. And it's like, this guy, like, is just on Twitter doing videos, and like, it just like, just like the focus of like where we are as a society on like actual talent and stuff. It's almost like a blemish to actually be working in the industry at this point.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know what it was, but it's like, I mean, like, again, like growing up, like a lot of the funniest people were on SNL, The Simpsons, and everything, and it just feels like, you know, the further out we get, it's like I feel like the funniest people that I know and, you know, we know are not in the TV industry, and it's like the ones who are like they're just like not funny,
right? It really has just become a thing of just like, oh, if you're born rich and your parents have the right connections, they can get you on this TV show, but it's like, that doesn't mean that you're talented. You know, a lot of times it's just like, if you're talented, people will notice and they'll like pay attention to you. And that's where you see a lot of people that just are in their basement, just making like a YouTube channel or whatever the fuck, like just sort of skyrocket in popularity, because it's like people actually want to see people that are genuinely talented, genuinely funny, who are like genuinely cultivate a craft, as opposed to someone who's just like, hey, my son does comedy. Do you have any, are you guys hiring at SNL? Like, this is what you get as a result of it.
Yeah.
Just shitty fucking content. And yeah, I don't know.
Zwick says Aaron Klopfer should have a TV show. Agreed. I would love to see an Aaron Klopfer, like, Family Matters type sitcom.
Right.
But he lives in the new Family Matters home.
Speaking of Family Matters, why don't we do one more story? And I forgot we have a couple more voicemails.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about Chrissy Teigen, because what would it be without an anniversary episode, without talking about Twitter's most hated, infamous, you know, target for subject.
Right.
Chrissy Teigen, famous rich person. So, excuse me, Chrissy Teigen recently, you know,
excused.
Thank you. Thank you.
I keep forgetting these guys are in here.
Yeah, feel free to sign off, guys, if you know about this.
My brain isn't fast enough.
Goodbye.
All right.
How convenient.
We just lost both of them.
So Chrissy Teigen,
she's trending, folks.
She's trending, which is never a good sign.
Who is Chrissy Teigen?
She's married to John Legend.
And that's
Who's John Legend?
I don't know.
He plays that one song.
In
that's
Django?
It. He plays that one song.
He's Pharrell? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
But I only know him because he has one song on the soundtrack for Django.
Yeah, that's probably it. So she's like a model and she married him or whatever.
Yeah, and she has like a show on NBC or something, but like...
So just a woman.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay,
yeah.
there we go.
Oh,
Joseph.
Censored.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Women with that...
Zwick bleep the word woman.
Replace the O with an X.
Right.
So Chrissy Teigen, again, she is she's famous on Twitter for having like, you know, she'll express her relatable stories, and it's like, don't you guys hate when you do the laundry and lose your 13th pair of AirPods? Everybody's like,
yes,
healthcare, please. I know she's not in charge of that.
Right.
It's like it's just hard not to bring it up.
She has become sort of politically outspoken about a lot of things, so it is one of those things where, again, you're just trying to be relatable, but it's like, but you're not relatable, which I guess was the point of whatever she was making. But do you want to just like read the tweet or whatever?
Yeah. So Hold on 1 second. Zwick, cut this part out.
Can you see it?
Yeah. All right, a little further. Yeah. So Chrissy Teigen this week put up a post that said, "What's the most expensive thing you've eaten that you thought sucked?" And she got a lot of replies, people like chiming in saying what their experience was. And then, she chimed in as well. And she said, "One time, John, legend, and I were at a restaurant and the waiter recommended a nice Cabernet. We got the bill and it was $13,000. How do you casually recommend that wine? We didn't even finish it, and the check had been cleared."
All I gotta say is she got finessed.
And it's like, like, okay. I do have conflicted feelings about this, and I hate to say it, but like, she
tweeted this out so that she could brag about it.
I mean, like, maybe not. I think that she just like is just so used to her lifestyle that it's just like, I mean, that is her life. It's like she can't pretend that isn't her life. It's like her lived experience is, oops, I had a $13,000 wine, my bad. And it's like to the rest of us, that's like,
I would die for $13,000 right now. That would fix most of my problems in my life.
I would jump in front of the blue line if that happened to me. You know what I mean? Like, that's not exactly relatable. And it's like, that is her lived experience, but it's like...
And she said that because she was trending, and she's like, listen, guys, I'm not always trying to be relatable. These are just things that have happened to me, and this is just who I am. And it's like, yeah, I understand that. But also, like...
It's tone deaf because, I mean, like, what's happening in this country is, like, we're all, like, begging for scraps, and so much of us are dying like fucking dogs in the street.
Right.
Basically.
Maybe stop bragging about this at this point in time.
It's not a good idea to bring up that you accidentally drank a $13,000 bottle of wine that you didn't even finish.
Right.
The rest of it went down the toilet, and then the rest of us are like, can we have the whole $2,000, please? Because my small business is gone.
Well, and this is also off the backs of like other tweets that she's made, like you sort of mentioned. But she had the one thing where she was like, "Oh, sometimes I accidentally blame my maid on like, oh, you didn't pick up the dog shit, but like the dog shit on the rug after you were here, sort of thing, or whatever." And then she's tweeting out, "Wow, Parasite was so good." Like, yeah. The movie Parasite, like, whatever. I don't know. I can't gin up any more outrage about this. I don't care all that much.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it is. But it's like, when you're so rich, how do you pay for it? Shogun of Sorrow says you got to pay with your soul.
They already have.
I mean, maybe. And I mean, that's just, again, kind of where we're at. It's just like, this is, again, completely unrelatable. And it's like at the same time,
I think it ties back into the SNL thing, because these people are so rich, they have so much money, they are completely detached to from the experience of the normal person.
Yeah,
that they don't even realize how offensive or outrageous this could be to, like, you guys or me.
I'm nothing like you.
Patreon.com/ThoughtCops. Go ahead, Joseph.
No, that was basically my thought, because it's a little bit difficult for me to say that she was bragging. I think it's just that she's in her own bubble and she doesn't even realize what kind of effect it is having.
And the thing about it, though, is like people are quick to like jump on the train about this, where it's like she also posted recently about like she miscarried, which can be a traumatic experience, and
which is a traumatic experience.
Yeah, and people were like, fuck you, you're rich, and it's like, I mean, okay.
It was weird that like,
I mean, no matter how rich you are, it's like, listen, like you are better off than me. You're better off than Grant. But it's like, I mean,
you're still a person. But it was weird that it's like, oh, and here's a photo of me crying. Like,
I mean, like, it's only okay if you're Kevin Smith.
Yeah, fair.
Like if you take the worst selfies on the planet. Listen, I'm no selfie expert, but I just want to say real quick, and this is something I wanted to bring up on the episode, is like, no one takes a worse selfie than Kevin Smith.
Right.
Do you remember when Kevin Smith used to be funny when he used to do these?
Yeah, I do.
Q&As,
Dude, the
telling
Q&As
these amazing
awesome.
stories about Nicolas Cage almost being Superman.
Right.
I mean, like, I do miss, like, I mean, like, when I was, like, in middle school, early high school, like, Kevin Smith movies, it was, like, you know, that was, like, something we would get together and watch, like, Dogma, Clerks, you know, that was, like, the cool thing, you know, that was, like, the cool thing to watch if you were, like, a teenager in the early 2000s. And,
Katie Shane brings up a good point. Kevin Smith now would be too rich to be relatable.
Yeah.
Because I think I watched an interview with him a couple years ago where he said he doesn't like Clerks 2 anymore because at that point he already stopped working at that kind of a job. So it's not. I think what makes Clerks 1 such a good movie is that it is right out of that experience.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he's right about that, though. You know, like,
yes, he is.
Yeah.
But now he's even more detached from that whole world. So,
Cybernetic German. No, you were echoing, I think, in IO Netrunner's headphones or something.
We'll keep it that way. I think it was appropriate for the...
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yes. I think these people are just... They don't know what they're... No, I lost my train of thought. Thank you very much, Grant.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
I'm not a professional podcaster.
Anyway, I think that's a good way to sort of like wrap up all of the thoughts of everything we talked about in this episode. We started, I think, talking about something. I'm starting to lose it myself. This is further than my attention can sort of span.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters. .jpg.
None of this matters. .jpg.
Whatever
the hell it was, I said that one fucking time. I don't remember, man.
Can we get to voicemails,
please?
All right.
Hey, Zwick, cut this. I think Yosef and myself did not get keys to the city yet. You know, not that I feel like I deserve a key to the city.
No. Well, like, at the end, when Grant and I give ours, you guys can give yours.
Yes. I was
Why don't we do key
to
the city and then we'll do the rest of it and then we'll do voicemails? Or should we do voicemails now? I'm just like mentally, I'm starting to fucking go.
Yeah, usually voicemails are last. That's why I brought it up.
Yes, because it's already
let's just get to key to the city.
Fuck, man. Okay.
Any other call-ins? Cashew, are you there?
Cashew, please.
Cashew,
come on. We know you wanted to get off work for this. I know you're off work. Okay, hey, there we go. She says, okay, fine.
Okay,
yay! Woo!
We made time for you.
Welcome to Thought Cops. Insert prompt here.
How may we take your order?
What do you want?
What do we want? We want to know what you want. What do you want from us?
I don't want anything.
So
great pitch.
Cashew,
everyone will be happier if I do.
We want
people have been bugging in the chat. The chat's been going off all night. They've been saying we want Cashew.
We know you got off work just in time to call into the episode. We know you got some 2 minutes of hate. I can guarantee you spend enough time online. You spend enough time in the Thought Cops Discord to see something that goes, hey, I hate this. This makes me mad. I'd feel a lot better if I could share this with my dear friends and the Thought Cops, Kevin and Grant.
I mean, I could go off on retail fuckery if you want.
No, please. I mean, like, that is a great 2 minutes of hate, especially right now, because, like, again, this country is a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Hey, Grant, give me that megaphone over there.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Damn it! I saw that megaphone over there, and I was like, I hope there's batteries in it. I would love to use
batteries. It just doesn't work.
Stay tuned, folks. After episode 200, we have a megaphone now.
Not going to be able to fix it.
I'll buy batteries.
It doesn't work. No, there's batteries in it. It doesn't work.
Fuck! We'll buy a new one. I'll buy a new one.
Go for it.
Patreon.com/ThoughtCops. We'll buy a megaphone with your money. But Cashew, you know, we've been waiting for you to say something here. You said retail. I know you work in retail. during these troubling times. You've been on the front lines, and we do appreciate all the hard
You're
work.
essential.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, like, we joke about that, like, podcasters are essential. Podcasters are artists. Podcasters are people and human beings.
The chat's going off calling you a hero.
We joke, but you were the real MVP. You were the real GOAT.
I'm gonna steal Nico's bit and just say, "Give me money" instead.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, you couldn't be wrong about that. Like, honestly, it's like, I know the fucking stimulus is like staggering via like how much money you make, and I mean, obviously, the whole thing has been a complete fucking disaster. Like, I like thinking back to that episode when Jade called in. She's like, "Oh yeah, we get $2,000," and then she didn't.
You're right.
Like
yeah,
that, but
she talked like that. Yeah,
she's like, "We get $2,000 a month," and it was like, "Oh,
yeah."
I'm gonna go jump off.
We got $2,000 once.
Yeah, the bridge.
Yeah.
Cashew, post your Venmo.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you never know who could toss some money your way. Why do Nico says, "I agree. Give this biz some money."
I do want to. I guess I'll give my 2 minutes of hate for work. I guess so.
Okay. We'll take it.
Go off.
So we have before, we didn't accept people's reusable bags. They couldn't bring them in. And then a few months later, like when the pandemic first started, we let people bring them back in, but they just had to bag it themselves. And so today I come in, there's a note like of some customer who emailed corporate about how, oh, we should be able to make the cashier bag our shit because we know now that COVID is transmitted through the air and it's just making us take more time and
unavoidable
whatever. And like, I mean, that's technically true, but I just hate bagging shit in their stupid bags. Like, you're not saving the environment by doing that.
But does it save time? Honestly, I'm genuinely curious. I have my own bags.
The registers aren't built to like use different bags other than the plastic ones.
Yeah,
even paper bags are annoying to use.
I'm going to go on record here, and again, feel free to call the real cops on me for this, but when I go to the store and I do self-checkout and they say, "How many bags are you going to use?" I say 0.
Fuck them.
And I check out and I put everything in bags. Because you know what? We are in the middle of a fucking pandemic. If you're going to charge me 30 cents for a fucking plastic bag, like sometimes, fuck, I'm going to say it. Sometimes I shop at Aldi and I'm running the bags. I just like walk up to the register and like take a handful. And then like usually they don't say anything. But like the other day, the fucking lady on the cash register was like, she like made me run my card for 30 cents. For one fucking bag I was short of because I didn't have enough room.
Which, just to remind people that don't live in Chicago or other big cities where they do this, we do have a bag tax, so we do have to pay for bags.
And again, to our dear friend in Germany, Josef, Aldi, you're familiar?
Yes, I am very familiar.
And actually, fun fact, I grew up in the hometown of the headquarters of Aldi, Batavia, Illinois.
That's pretty interesting, man.
You bet.
Yeah, but I can't relate to the whole thing having your groceries bagged for you because the cashiers here they work so fast and you have to put everything on the what's it called the band what is it on the cashier so you can put it in your bag strategically because they work so fast. If you don't do it, you'll hold up the entire line. It's very stressful.
Well,
that's the Germans for you.
But
you gotta love
also
it.
Like the issue with like fucking Americans is that we literally think that like all our service industry workers are near slaves, like not quite slaves, but basically slaves. Like cater to my every single fucking need, and I will hold up this line and it like publicly admonish you. If you don't do exactly, like, there's no shame in it.
I mean, that's what's good about Aldi is you bag your own groceries.
Right, but that's not all other places.
I watched the movie Death Wish last night for the first time, and the main character's wife gets killed because she goes to a grocery store where, like, you buy your groceries and then you put your address in the bag, and they deliver to you. And a teenage Jeff Goldblum goes to her house and rapes her daughter and kills her.
So that's what.
So counterpoint,
Okay.
Death Wish.
So that could happen.
Yes.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say
I
is,
hadn't thought of that argument.
What I'm trying to say is, shop at Aldi where a teenage Jeff Goldblum will not come to your house and murder you.
All right. Okay.
And it was like, it was one of those movies where you're watching it and you're like, is that fucking Jeff Goldblum? And then you look it up and you're like, oh my God, that's Jeff Goldblum is cast as quote freak number 1. Like no joke, his IMDb for that movie is freak number 1.
Can somebody do that Jeff Goldblum voice? I can't do it.
Oh, fuck. I don't
yeah,
wanna,
that's good.
No.
I was going to do the exact same thing.
Well, we all recognize that classic impression. Cashew, though, if you could punish these people, you've listened to the podcast, you know how it goes.
I'm too tired to think of it.
Okay, no problem. We do Cashew. We have a wheel. We have a wheel.
Woo.
And the sissy hypno wheel says, choose your own pain. We got to get rid of that, Grant. That's just a...
Yeah, it's bad. Just spin it again.
That's a lame duck answer. Let's go again.
Again.
Take it easy. Holy shit.
Flip the script. It definitely didn't land on the exact same thing again.
No, it didn't.
And I definitely didn't push it 2 more slots. Cashew, flip the script. So you get to switch the script here.
All the customers have to shop for me. I don't know.
I'm the
queen of the grocery store now.
Like you joke, but that's a great idea. I think that a lot of you guys who are out there in the front lines bagging and tagging and everything else during these awful, horrible times.
Yeah, just pay for Cashew to live.
Yeah, no, for real.
Just pay for you to live.
And I think that we should like, no joke, grocery shop for these people who do, they take the time out of their day to be on the front lines for us. We should, pick out what they want for them and then say, hey, here you go. Cash
Sounds
app.
good.
Guess you got to get one. No, but we, all joking aside, I know it sounds corny, but we do appreciate your, I hate
patronage,
to say, your service during these troubling times.
Thank you.
It does suck out there, and you're dealt the hand you got by the time the quarantine hits, and you're working in the grocery store. And our own producer of the show, Zwick, works in a grocery store in addition to editing 17 podcasts
at
once.
A gas station.
Wherever he works at. Yeah, the Stereos Podcast Factory, whatever it is, wherever they mistreat him. I do feel for you guys, and I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And
absolutely. And we also appreciate your support for the show as well, because,
of course, this kind of stuff is, what I enjoy and use to de-stress from work. So,
and that, no joke.
I'm glad that our stress can help other people de-stress.
No, for real. It's like when I was losing my mind at the sea shanties thing.
I was thinking of that.
It was it's like if my body wasn't vibrating and thriving at the same time, the fact that could make anyone else laugh or de-stress at all, it's in my mind, a job well done. So you know what? I appreciate it, and everybody else who listens and is involved every single week, even if you don't call in, because I know there's plenty of people out there who will send in emails or DM us on Twitter and stuff like that. We deeply appreciate the support, and you know what? 200 episodes in, and I'm very much looking forward to what's ahead, because we got a lot of me and Grant are really trying to plan, moving forward from 200 on, make the rest of your time listening to the show worth your while and better than ever before. So stay tuned. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up.
Don't work too hard.
Trust me.
Yeah, we won't. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Right back at you.
Congrats on 200
Thank
episodes.
You. Appreciate it.
Thank you for calling in.
You're welcome, I guess.
All right. Talk to you.
Bye.
All right. Welcome to Thought Cops. How can I take your order? All right. Anything else for you?
Jim, are you there, my man?
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. How are you?
Good. How you guys doing? Congrats on 200.
Oh,
thank you. And I'm going to say congrats on 100 to you.
Thanks a lot. We just spent hours getting drunk, so you guys, went about it in a way better way.
I mean, we're also drinking Malort, drinking Lagunitas here in the old studio, aka the bedroom. But yeah, no, we've hit some landmarks of our own this week together. So I think what better chance to hear from Jim from Drink a Beer and Play a Game than right now. So how the hell are you, Jim?
No, I've been doing good, man. Same old, just like you guys, trying to stay sane in, all the craziness. So
doing a poor job of it like we are.
Yeah, pretty much as terribly as possible. But, trying to get by as much as we can.
Right.
Luckily, we have the podcast, like Kevin, you were saying earlier, when people were dunking on podcasters. It's like, this is like the only hobby way we can stay sane a lot of the time. So it's good to have a little platform to bitch off about.
Especially now. And it's like, I honestly, I'm just seeing a whole lot of jealousy. I'm seeing a lot of transparent hate and jealousy, and it's it's toxic. It's
despicable.
Well, I mean, we are just better people in general, and obviously more talented. So it comes with the territory. But we do what we can.
You're right.
You guys mind if I throw a quick 2 minutes of hate your way?
By all means,
my man. Go ahead.
Go off.
All right. So if it's been done already, I apologize. But the phrase that's been going around lately with "this morning I chose violence," and basically everyone who does it for the most mundane things.
Right.
I love how every time somebody's like super apologetic, like, listen, I know this has probably been said a million times on the show, and it's like whenever they say that, it's like never been brought up before.
Right.
So no, Jim, this is brand new to us. So this morning I chose violence.
Yeah. So basically, where I first saw it this week was there. I guess it was a voice actor or something, and I guess someone made one of those random tweets saying, this person sucks. So she went off on about a 20-twit rampage. And then right after did a separate one outside of that saying, "This morning I chose violence." And then from there, I just kind of saw it again with a guy, I would say for Grant's heart, he was out there in the snow in shorts. And he was like, "This morning I chose violence." And I was like, oh, this is the new one of these, isn't it?
I don't think I added that, though. Did I?
No, it wasn't you adding it to it, but it was a different guy, just like
somebody like you.
Yeah. Because I will see that as a response sometimes when someone's like, unpopular opinion, pineapple does belong on pizza, and someone will respond with, "Oh, looks like you chose violence this morning," and it's like, that's funny.
Whatever you say, man.
It's good.
Exactly. So that's been especially the last week, or just putting for Doge. I chose violence. It's like, oh, we're combining these now. All right, great.
Jim, I will do a shot of Malort for you right now. You'll hear me here.
Did you hear him drink that? He swallowed it too.
I heard every gulp. It's delicious.
And
that's another 2 minutes of hate is that they still don't ship to Philly. So one of these days I have to get this delicious
for real,
elixir that you Chicagoans get.
Jim, every time I want to say I took a shot of Malort, I say I chose violence today.
Yeah.
I'm cringe. What can I say?
That one. Come up with anything on that. But yes, thank you for doing that for me. Thank you for choosing violence on my behalf.
Anytime.
All right, everybody, check out Drink Beer, Play a Game if you haven't already.
Absolutely, yeah. You guys are a great channel. I would say, hey, start with the episode that Grant, me, and Zwick were on.
Right.
You guys do an amazing show. You also had Ken Bone on the show as well, which is a great episode. I loved it.
Yeah, we rode your coattails on that one, and but he was definitely cool enough to just be like, "Oh yeah, I'll talk about beer for a while." It's like, "Oh, sweet."
Hell yeah.
Cool.
No, you guys are awesome, and again, congratulations to you as well. It's been a big week for podcasters in general.
Oh yeah, for real. Between Asterios, you guys, us, we're all hitting our milestones.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, the Loudest Podcast did 100 episodes this week too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat us to it by a week. Those fuckers.
Damn them.
They chose violence by doing it before me, so that's what happened.
It's true. That is true.
All right, guys, but I got to run. Just want to say congratulations again. Take care and spin the wheel for me. Let
okay, yeah, we'll spin the wheel for you here real quick. I'm sorry, I'm hitting that wheel a little bit hard. I might have
loosened it a little too much.
Yeah, I feel like I'm hitting a little bit hard. Jim, we got monkey's paw.
Ooh, so I get to make a wish.
I guess.
I guess it's that the wish. The wish is that, if you say that, that actually happens. Like you wished for. You said, "Oh, this morning I chose violence." Well, you wake up and you think, oh, I like pineapple on pizza, and someone comes into your house and punches you square in the face because you
right,
you
or
said
like
that.
if you say like
and
I
the
chose
monkey's paw, the finger curls
with the
you.
pineapple.
Yeah, I just want their alarm clock to change into an actual fist that will always hit them every morning. Savant,
perfect, perfect. Well, thank you for calling in, Jim. Check out Drink a Beer and Play a Game. Also celebrating an anniversary this week. Yeah, we'll hear from you soon, man.
Yeah, definitely. Take care, guys.
You too. Take care.
Talk to you. Bye.
Okay, I think Nico says she has something to say here. Give me one sec.
Jim, mute yourself when you get the chance to.
Not yet.
Thanks, KT Shane. See you later.
Yeah, thank you, KT Shane. I love the support for us. Appreciate it. I probably sound so fucking stupid right now. Jesus Christ.
I'm just running on fumes at this point. Let's, as soon as Nico calls in, let's get to Key to the City, finish off the voicemails. Yeah. And I'm burning. Thank you, Serial Law Bear.
Thanks, man.
Doing our best.
Nico, are you there? With a C. Nico with the C.
Nico with the C.
You're unmuted.
You're on that. You're on there.
Ooh, welcome to Thought Cops. How can we help you? Her lighting up and no sound coming through. Where's it? What the hell? Did you hear that, Grant?
Yeah, it's my roommate.
I thought it was like people downstairs like speaking Greek.
No.
Boca de Beppo.
Boca de Beppo.
Yes.
Famous
Greek. Yes.
Restaurant. Speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you. How the hell are you?
Okay.
Listen, I just want to say for the record here, you are crazy for moving from California to Chicago this week, because before this episode, my car, I was ahead of schedule. Grant and I had a schedule here. We're gonna meet up at 2:30, 30 minutes ahead of time to test the audio, test everything with Yosef and IO Netrunner. And I left my house an hour early. And I got to Grant's, or at least I was like a block away from Grant's, and I parked in the spot I always park in, and I was like, there looks like there's a little bit of snow there. Okay. And I parked in, and my whole car slid into a big drift of snow and ice. And I spent the next 40 minutes, like it was me and like 3 other people, like digging my car out of the snow and pushing my car.
Damn, that sucks. You know what? I don't drive, so that's not a problem.
I mean, like that, like honestly,
it's not a problem for you, but you did just leave one of the warmer states in the country for a state that right now is like 5 degrees.
75 fucking degrees today, and I was wearing a sweater while like hauling boxes into a U-Haul. Like, I'm fine. I would much rather be in like -8 right now.
It's no joke. Like it's -8. Like my car was like topsy turvy on a pile of ice, and
I don't have a car.
My wheels were spinning.
He's just saying that's how cold it is.
My wheels were spinning in my car as like okay. I was going to get to this for my key.
Okay, do you want me to not move then? I'll call U-Haul.
No. I don't want that. But I just want to say. Like,
I'm gonna cancel the plane ticket too.
I just want to say I want to do an early Key to the City to the people who dug my car out of the snow. And again, it was a situation where
it's a win-win.
I was vulnerable. Yeah. It was like I had my gear in my backpack, and and this guy was just like, hey, like I was like, hey, I'm sorry, I don't have any cash. Like I'll buy you a meal. And he's like, well, if you see me again here, I'll be here. If you gotta. He's like, I prefer.
I can't wait to tell him that he has the key to the city.
But it's like he's got his like specific space, and it was like just for the kindness of human people. And for the record, I know that's been a subject of like topic in the Discord, where I know like some of us have been like, people are negative automatically. People are shitty, and like I know like Sleep Science and me and IO Netrunner were talking about it, but this is a significant situation. Right before I'm running late to record, the 200th episode of my podcast. It was like I was helped out by the kindness of strangers.
Did you tell them that you were?
No.
You should have. Then they wouldn't have helped you.
Probably not. No, they would have been like, "Oh, you fucking Logan Square yuppie, whatever the hell."
You would have been a victim of podcaster oppression.
For real, like if I they're here, like they're natives of Neo Greek Town. And like if they're you're from Logan Square, Neo Logan Square. How's your coffee shops and your avocado toast? Because let's be honest, Logan Square is one of the more hipster neighborhoods in the city.
Cashew says Neo back of the yards.
No, we're not in the back of the yards here. That's like Midway area, shameless territory, if you will.
Speaking of shameless, Nico, do you have a 2 minutes of hate or a key to the city?
Oh yeah, something I saw recently made me really mad. You know this like Genshin Impact game? Because I don't know anything about it, but like I see shit about it all the fucking time.
Never heard of it.
Apparently someone committed credit card fraud to roll in the gacha in the game and like bragged about it on Twitter.
I love people that brag about like committing felonies.
Yeah.
Open social media.
It was a really good look. I mean, I didn't see anyone like supporting it, but like you can imagine there are probably people who are like, damn, that's like a good idea. Like I should do that. I should steal a pixelated man in a game.
I mean, that's the way to do it right now these days. You know, and I got you and I have talked about like what are people like interested in? You know, like VTubers, I guess. You know, people like people are
don't
lonely.
Get me wrong, I like 2D people. You know, like they're good.
Yeah,
but I don't know, credit card fraud's gone a little bit too far. I'm mad that
a little bit.
See that.
I would say so.
But I mean, I'm like mad at everything I see on Twitter, so it's not really.
It's terrible.
That's the theme of the show.
It's awful.
It's just like slightly worse than other things I've seen recently. That's like when you're on Tumblr and you see like that post about the girl that stole bones from a graveyard. You know, that's like one of those things that's like, damn, you actually committed a crime and you're just like posting about it.
It's like when you break into Capitol Hill and or when you break into the Capitol and you post a live stream of you breaking into the Capitol.
You do it for the Vine.
Yeah. So, do you have a punishment for this?
No, I just think that they should stop everything really. Also, Cashew, I was saying, was the Tumblr user that stole bones the one that had child slaves, or is this a different one? Because I remember this happening.
What the fuck?
Oh, she says no, a different one.
Okay.
Not that one.
Hold on, you're breaking up a little bit. Can you speak a little more directly into the mic, if possible?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No problem.
Okay. Does anyone remember that person who accused Mitski of holding them as a child sex slave? Does anyone remember this? Because it drives me crazy and I think about it all the fucking time.
I don't know what's happening right now. I have no idea what these words are.
Nico knows. Like,
of course she does. Of course she does.
One of the all-time best posts. Like, just look up like Mitski child sex slave. Like, it'll come up. It's good. I just want.
I will not be Googling that, but I'll take the word of anybody that does Google it.
Please look at
I'll only look it up if there's a Justin Wang tales from the internet about it.
Yeah.
Oh, there should be.
Good point.
There should be. And there probably is, actually.
Pitch it to him if he hasn't done it already.
I think he might have actually done that before. But Nico, thanks for calling.
Yeah. Also, my key to the city goes to snow because I want to be in it and I want to make a snowman.
I want to walk around in your flip-flops in it.
I resent that.
No,
okay.
I have snow boots.
Weak.
I hate people that are excited about snow.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Kevin,
from what just...
Boots, and he's like, oh, I went out in the snow and my shoes got wet. Bitch, you wear fucking Nikes. That's why. You can't complain. You're not even doing anything to stop it.
But if you went through what I had to go through before this episode...
Gotta have the drip.
No. You can have drip and you can be warm. They don't have to be mutually exclusive. I'm proof of that.
I mean, like, yeah, fair enough. I think that if I didn't drift into a snowdrift and I was wearing the Among Us drip of the characters from this big sneakers, I probably would have been fine. I would have been fine.
The novelty of snow will not die quick because I've lived in California for 23 years.
Well, enjoy it because I am quite sick of it. But you know what? Thankfully it's February and winter is hopefully coming to an end soon. And yeah, we'll get to enjoy another spring and summer of sitting indoors if the virus isn't taken care of yet. But thank you for calling in, and we appreciate the support.
Yeah, please Google Mitski child sex slave. Bye, guys.
Okay, will do.
All
will
right,
do.
Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.
Goodbye.
Brandon Kirkman, you're on the air.
Oh, hey, everybody. How's it going?
No, you sound,
what is happening?
Terrible. You sound
your audio sounds
garbage.
atrocious.
It might be it probably is my laptop.
Have you been turned into a Dalek from fucking Doctor Who? Because that's what you sound like right now.
That's possibly right.
Wait,
let me see.
COVID
Before
side
you
effects.
fix it, can you say exterminate?
Exterminate.
Damn it!
Damn it! God
You
damn
fixed
it!
it,
No,
you
fuck.
motherfucker.
It's better.
Yeah, because I just so my Discord likes to switch to my laptop microphone when I get on, just to have a little fun, just to have a little goof, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's I'm sorry, but what are you gonna do?
No, you're good. It's everything's content. So anyway, speaking of content, do you have a 2 minutes of hate or a key to the city or what you got for us today?
I mean, I guess we could do the whole episode if you want. Like, you guys got a good hour and a half in you right now.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
we've been going for nearly 3 hours, so let's just restart.
Yeah, so
let's.
Could you get that intro going right now?
Welcome. No, go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, for my 2 minutes of hate, it's really hard to kind of narrow down because I think we've all been on the internet for an entire year and a half straight because we don't want to kill anyone.
In Minecraft, yeah.
In Minecraft, well, I mean, okay. Here's a fun question: do you think they should have COVID-19 in Minecraft?
Yeah, why not?
I need an answer from Grant before
I can't think of a reason not to, but I don't know why they would. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna give my 2 minutes of hate to. I want to say. Anybody who's having or asking me questions about Biden after having to, I'd say, deal with the whole election cycle for the last year and a half, and then also just pointing out how they think that he's having a dictatorship right now because he put through like a few executive orders in his first day. I don't want to have to think about that old piece of shit, and I hate him still, but also I'm glad that it's not Trump, and I don't want to have any more political opinions ever again.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I mean, I don't want it to breed some level of complacency in people because I do think
absolutely not.
Everybody being upset about the condition of everything is good because hopefully something positive comes out of that, but it's also like, yeah, man, I'm tired.
Yeah,
we're
I guess
all fucking
to
tired.
phrase this even better is like I don't want people to keep asking me if I think he's doing a good job. Like I absolutely, unless it's Jimmy Carter, no, he's not. I guarantee. Like it's not happening. He's still got kids in cages. It's fun. I wanted to get that at the 200th episode, just to have it there.
Hallelujah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that would be that's my 2 minutes of hate, and I guess also having opinions about Evangelion getting pushed back. I don't want to have opinions about that either. Who gives a shit? It's quarantine, baby.
Yeah, hey Brandon, I gotta watch I gotta rewatch 3.33 again. I got time.
Yeah. And also, let's 2 minutes of hate one more time to the naming conventions for the Evangelion movies. Jesus Christ, dudes.
Was it 1.0 plus 3.0?
You cannot fail or something like that. The last one was 3.33. It's like they're just letting a middle schooler come in and name them.
Well, it's like, yeah, the theatrical releases are 0.0s and the home releases are 0.3s, and they have extra stuff on them. Who cares?
No, I take it back. They're letting Jaden Smith name them. That's how it's working right now.
Yeah, it's turning into Neo Yokio.
Yeah. You ain't yoking around, man, let me tell you.
Oh!
Yeah. You know what? If we want to give a key to the city too, I'm gonna give my key to the city to the big titty Muppet from Stuff of Legends.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have talked about that yet.
Absolutely not.
Are you guys aware of this?
No.
Okay, I need to do a little Googling so I can drop this in the chat here. Big titty Muppet. To explain it shortly, they have this group of D&D players that they're putting some like Jim Henson Muppet creations to. And one of the people playing it is a very funny woman, and they asked her how they wanted to design the puppet, and she said she wanted to have the biggest boobs they could possibly put on a Muppet. And I think that's just a power move that I want to appreciate on so many levels, and I want to see kind of stepped up in the game for anybody making Muppets at this point.
Hachi Machi.
Yeah, that's everybody. That's stuff of legends right there, baby.
That's yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like I'm gonna have to stare at it.
I'm sorry to make you both so horny on this 200th episode, but
yeah, I'm probably gonna jerk off to that after this.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I need to take it all in.
We're going to. Don't worry.
Not with you here.
I'm also sorry. It seems like the chat has instantly become horny for the Big Booba Muppet now too. So
I think the fact that we've been recording so long just makes us all like just fucking whatever the word. I don't know, man.
Can I just start reading the comments in the chat right now? Jim from DPGG, Hubba Hubba, IoNetrunner, Booba, then Big Mommy Milkers, then an Awooga, and then
sounds about right.
Zwick saying I would fuck that puppet, and then there's a yes icon. There's a Zwick icon.
Zwick, that
we're just
wouldn't
gonna
even
do live updates.
That wouldn't even need to like be a puppet that has big boobs. That's just a thing Zwick would say is I would fuck that puppet. He would say that regardless.
Yeah. Also, he completely missed a perfect dad joke of saying I would fist that puppet. So what a piece of shit. Got it wrong.
A classic Zwick, what's wrong with you moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Wait, there's a who drew the insect dude from Yu-Gi-Oh with big. There's an insect dude with big boobs from Yu-Gi-Oh. All right, I got to Google this now too.
Well, we'll leave you to it, Brandon. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, I'll drop the images if I find it. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You guys, great job on getting to 200 episodes. I hope you at least
appreciate
get to 20 to 30 more episodes.
Oh yeah, we'll try.
We'll make it if we can. Brandon, before we go though, the chat's asking, can we get a flush before you leave?
Oh, listen, I ain't no scrub on this. Of course, I got that ready.
Let's go.
Thank you for your service.
Yes. Thank you.
I had that loaded in the gun as soon as I came in here, buddy.
Well, I'm glad that all happened while your dick and balls were out.
Thank you. And
I'll
see
soon,
if
man.
I can find some more big tit ones. Big tit Muppets to put in here.
Sounds great.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Talk to you.
Bye.
Brandon, can you mute yourself?
Yeah, Brandon, mute yourself. Also, Brandon, wait, before you mute yourself, talk about day desks and day jobs.
Oh, desk and day jobs. Yeah. If you guys like, if you like podcasts about D&D that are set in a mundane office world full of goblins and orcs, just Google desk and day jobs. We do a bunch of live stream stuff that's pretty fun, and then we have a good podcast that's been going for a few years. Yeah, it's a good time. Get there, do it. Now I'm gonna mute myself.
Thank you.
I gotta get that plug in, baby. Okay.
Thanks, Brandon.
Plug it in. I can't believe we got 2 flushes.
I just want to say Desks and Day Jobs is like one of my top favorite podcasts. It's like a D&D live play, but like the theme is office work. And as an office worker, it's pretty entertaining.
Indeed.
Also, they, I don't know if they still do this, but they were including fans in the show for a while. So if you retweeted them and such, you would get a NPC named after you. And I got to be one of the secretaries for a Kraken type character.
Nice. All right, let's get to Key to the City. Kevin, you did yours already. Yours was to the homeless guy that helped you dig your car out, right?
Yes, sir.
IoNetrunner, what's your key to the city?
My key to the city goes to video games because they're fun to play when you're not thinking about, not living anymore. I created a Steam group for the Thought Cops podcast because I thought maybe a lot of the people would like to, maybe play games together.
Nice. That's very much so appreciated. As a person that has a laptop that
podcast in Steam, you can find the group. Personally, I was trying to get some Jackbox going on, the weekend nights, but people play games. Zwick and I played Risk of Rain 2 the other day, and I'd love to play games with all you fun people.
Nice. And as a person who has a laptop that can now run Steam, I'm more inclined to join this now. So appreciate that.
Very good.
Joseph, what's your key to the city?
Okay, I thought about this a long time, and my key to the city goes to 2021.
Okay,
already.
Even though yes, because this is the last. Not to get too political.
This is the last year we'll all be alive.
This is the last year.
How political?
This will be the last year ever. No, this is the last year of Merkel's 16 years as Chancellor of Germany, because he's not running again. And you guys don't know, even though your entire political system is fucked, you don't know how good you have it with term limits.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I've had to look at this ugly bitch for 16 years of my life, and she's been literally the worst chancellor since you know who. And I can't wait for that ugly bitch to be gone.
All right, well,
hey, Joseph, we said you get to the misogyny. We knew you wouldn't disappoint us. So
I'm not disappointed at all.
Key to the City 2021.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Very good.
My key to the city this week goes to this Aamon, AAMON animations. I've seen some of this guy's videos before, but he made this one that's like,
I know Ari was looking at this in the Discord.
Ari linked this video, and it's Jordan Peterson, 12 More Rules. And it's one of those hyper-realistic, like CGI videos, and it's just like what Jordan Peterson saw in his coma sort of thing. And it's like the funniest fucking video. It's a true work of art. So go check that out. Jordan Peterson, 12 More Rules, Aamon, that's spelled AAMON, animations. It's fantastic.
And Movie Bob, as a metaphorical giant baby, said Erich Honecker, but that was the German Democratic Republic, aka East Germany, so that doesn't count.
That makes sense.
I just had to call that out because even him was better. Even he was better. I'm sorry, it's late. It's almost 1:30. It is 1:30 a.m.
Oh, man.
That's okay. Let's wrap this up. We only have a couple more voicemails for people that couldn't, in addition to Lakembra, a couple more people that couldn't call in today. So we'll go ahead and play those.
Real quick, I do want to give the word of the week this week.
Yeah, go for it.
This week's Thought Cops word of the week is oomph. OOMF, one of my followers.
Oh, that's what that means? I thought that was just like when somebody says something that's like toxic or whatever, and you go, oomph.
No, you're referencing...
Everything's a fucking acronym, man.
Oomph. OOMF.
Fantastic.
We'll move on to the last voicemails of the show here for those who couldn't be here with us today. If you'd like to leave us a voicemail of your own, give us a call, 312-788-7361, or you can leave us a voicemail at thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Let's listen to what we have here.
This is the Discord news for this week.
Hey, this
bringing
is you guys.
All the news worth reporting from the virtual streets of Neo Chicago.
The hashtag Gamer Americans in the server have been playing marbles on stream. Some users even adopting new names based on the streamers' names for them. We're looking at you, Seriella Wobayer.
In hashtag stockings, which is disappointingly not about women's stockings or the anime panty and stockings, but the stock market, a video was posted of a boomer saying boomer stuff. After KT Shane didn't share the same level of outrage about the clip in question, Sleep Science 2021 got very upset and didn't let it go until KT Shane admitted that the boomer was indeed just saying boomer stuff.
Grant made a TikTok video of him walking in the Chicago snow wearing shorts and flip-flops.
Hell yeah.
Someone make a Twitter account called Chicago TikTokers posting their L's.
After a month of inactivity, Dilbert Ext showed up again. Everyone was relieved and happy to hear from him. While sharing some personal developments, he mentioned also making a couple G's off the GameStop stocks. Good job, King. We're proud of you and totally not jealous.
In #fanart, Liquid Grant posted several edits of Zwick the editor. Favorites are White Zwick, Crying Jordan Face Zwick, and Zwick hanging out with Trump, Ghislaine, and Jeffrey. We're not sure if the last one is an edit or if they just all met at an ICP show.
This week's Discord news has been presented to you by Spider Yosef and IO Media Runner.
Great job, boys, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Succinct.
I'm really proud of that last one.
Yeah.
I'm proud of some of those.
It's appropriate, though. You know, we do know for a fact that they did probably meet at an ICP show in 2003.
Yeah, it's true. And then you guys sent like a follow-up into this, I guess. Is that what this is?
This is the Discord news.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. All right.
This is getting too meta.
Seriously.
It's only 20 seconds. Come on.
All right.
This is the Discord news for this week.
Oh my God.
The boys debuted new art commissioned from Nico this week of them in their media personas. Looks good. This week's Discord news has been presented to you by Spider Yosef and IO Media Runner.
That's at Goth Nico Arts on Instagram.
Shout out Nico. Amazing art.
Indeed.
Very
good.
You guys sent another one, the Discord news. So I guess we'll play this next. No, I'm kidding.
I was about to fucking shit my pants.
Don't give me the wrong idea.
Yeah, for real.
Thank you. I try to think of at least one new bit every month to like keep it fresh.
True.
Yeah, it's a good policy.
Keeps the show going, you know, keeps my dad thinking there's a guy doing an accent.
There's a guy doing an European accent.
That's what he said, which is kind of weird because his family is from Germany.
Yes, it is.
All right,
indeed
see you.
weird.
Thanks for listening.
Hey, Thought Cops. Greetings from the shores of Neo Paradise Sunrise on my 24th birthday.
Happy
Congratulations on your 200th episode. Good talk. See ya.
All right. Good for us there, Grant. Pat ourselves on the back with that one.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Have anything else?
No, that's it. I'm fucking worn out.
Well, if you want to leave your own voicemail, give us a call, 312-788-7361, or send an audio file to thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. That's been 200 episodes from the Thought Cops. Thank you, everybody, for your support and love over the years. We wouldn't be here without you. It really means a lot. Again, you know, we wouldn't be doing this if people didn't care, and you know, at least you're pretending to. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just to see the little community we have going here at the show and everybody else who joins along the way.
The fact that there is a community is mind-blowing.
It's awesome. And I you know, it's been so great to hear from so many people within the community in this episode alone.
Right.
And this episode's for you guys. You know, 200 episodes, here we are. Somebody quoted Zwick here saying, "I would fuck that puppet." Truly a highlight from the episode. And definitely not a joke. Here we are signing off for 200 episodes, and we're moving into the, new frontiers. We got a lot of exciting guests and episodes planned moving forward, so stay tuned. You might hear some of your favorites returning. You might hear some brand new guests you never thought you might hear on Thought Cops. So
and you can be sure that there's always gonna be Discord news.
And that's good, man. We always love to hear from you guys. Shout out to Yosef and IO Netrunner for, bringing the community together every episode.
And showcasing it.
And yeah, kind of giving a lowdown of what Thought Cops is about, below the surface, because there's a lot to know. And if you're not a part of the Discord, go check it out. Follow us on Twitter, DM us on Instagram, whatever. We'll give you the link. And again, if you want to support the show, patreon.com/thoughtcops. We got all kinds of bonus content, all kinds of good stuff on there. And as we roll into 200 plus episodes, all the support really goes a long way. We can say, we bought a new laptop with the money you've given us, and it's made the show a whole lot better.
Seriously.
And the show has no sign of stopping anytime soon. So,
in fact, I think I would like to second Yosef's nomination for the Key to the City to 2021, because I do think the fact that we made it out of 2020 relatively unscathed and we can see the downloads sort of start to creep back up after the dip in the lockdown. I think that 2021 is going to be a lot better than 2020 was.
Yeah,
I think
thank you, everybody.
That was the abyss.
Well,
that was the abyss of the hero's journey, and now we're taking that turn upward. So I think it's going to be a lot better.
Before we were Luke Skywalker with the blue lightsaber, now we're Luke Skywalker with the green lightsaber.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And when are you gonna be Luke Skywalker drinking the green titty milk?
Oh, that
already happened. Actually, it's sort of out of order, but yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, thank you guys for joining us for this episode.
Yeah,
thank you for joining us.
Right.
It has been a pleasure.
You know, we needed some help to take all these calls. You know. And everybody, thank you for the support you've given us over the years, whether it's been financial or even just emotional. We appreciate you. We love you.
Right.
It's gone a long way.
Or even just giving us a little follow and doing a like on one of our posts every once in a while.
By the way,
it all adds up.
You know, it does. If you don't follow us on social media, give us a follow. We're at Real Thought Cops on Twitter. On Instagram, we're just at Thought Cops. We got a lot of exclusive content on every single streaming platform. And again, search for us on YouTube. Thought Cops. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. A lot of fun highlights.
The better our numbers look on all of those, the better we do, because then it looks like we actually have a thing. So
yeah,
make sure you subscribe to all of it.
And thank you everybody for listening. This episode has been for you,
the fans.
Yeah. We'll see you next time. We'll be here for a long time, a good time. So stick around.
See you, Space Cop.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.